in first 1 hour, all your questions will be answered. Please sit patiently. After 1 hour is over, after 8 p.m., you can send me questions in chat. Already I see there are more than 150 participants. So if we start unmuting you, it will become a chaos. We cannot do that. So without taking much time, I'm coming to the toppers of last year. And as I said, they have a very strong profile. They have been our pride. And I will want them to share which college they're studying now, how was their NEET performance, how was their performance in AIIMS and JIPMER, and how was their board performance, and they can greet their juniors. We start with Diproshom. Diproshom, please introduce yourself.
Yes, good evening to everyone. I am Diproshom Das, and I got rank 46 in NEET last year, and I had a rank of 237 in JIPMER and 690 in AIIMS, I think. Yes, so and boards I got 93%, but that doesn't really matter. And I am right now studying in Vardhaman Mahavir and Medical College and Safdarjung Hospital, New Delhi, and I look forward to this session.
So those are very big numbers. He has an All India top 50 rank in NEET and a top 90% in board. He balanced both and studying in one of the premier medical colleges of India. So welcome, Diproshom. I'm sure your juniors will learn a lot from you today.
Thank you,
Next,
sir.
come to Harsh Ramolia. Harsh, same question for you. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, good evening, everybody. I am Harsh Ramolia. My NEET UG rank was All India rank 85. AIIMS it was 163 and JIPMER it was 128. And now boards it was 93%.
So very top performances, and you are also studying in VMMC.
Vardhaman Mahavir, yes, VMMC and Safdarjung.
Both of them studying in that VMMC Safdarjung, New Delhi, Vardhaman Mahavir Medical College, which is a very premier medical college. So welcome, Harsh. And now we come to the third panelist today, Anustup Bhattacharya. Anustup, welcome to the session. Same question for you. Kindly introduce yourself.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, one and all. I am Anustup Bhattacharya. I am currently studying in AIIMS New Delhi. My NEET rank in 2019 was 408. My AIIMS rank was 47, and my JIPMER rank was 24. And I really look forward to this session. Hope it's enjoyable.
Thank you so much, Anustup. So 2 top 50 ranks, All India, like JIPMER and AIIMS, that is great. And plus, how was your board performance, Anustup?
96.4%.
My goodness, so that's beyond 95. So students, that's a very good, very good motivation for you, a really high benchmark. So I'm sure from all three of you, Harsh, Diproshom, and Anustup, will learn a lot today. Plus, of course, we have top faculties with us today who teach you in the classes, but today will be more of a brainstorming session where we will try to address the questions which mainly come in the mind of students and parents in this last leg. So to start with, I will come back to Diproshom. Very briefly, I would like to know from you, Diproshom, can you share your experience of the last month before NEET? What was going through your mind? I know that around March, your board exam was over, and the last 1 month, probably you were focusing only on these 3 exams. So what was your mindset? What did you do? How was your average daily routine? We'd like to know from you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So by the last month, I had more or less completed my concept building or whatever. I had studied the entire syllabus at least twice. And so now for the last month, it basically came down to revision. But I really couldn't decide what to start with and what to revise. So I decided to focus on the tests that were held by Akash. So Akash had a very good thing going on. The FTS was going on, which was basically a series of small as well as big tests. And that really helped a lot in the sense that I was able to plan my revision according to the tests. So I would study what was coming for the test, and that really helped me revise. And after that, I would analyze the tests and correct my mistakes. So that was the main thing I did for the last month, and turns out it worked out really well.
So you were coming to Akash very frequently also in the last 1 month, right, to write the final test series, right?
Yes, to write the tests mainly.
Okay. And another very good point you make is analyzing the results, not just looking at the rank and total marks, but finding out which were the questions, mistake and all, and focus back on that. Fantastic. Coming to Anustup. Anustup, let me ask you a question. Were you nervous in the last 1 month? Tell me very frankly.
I was because, as you can guess from my NEET rank, my preparation was not very optimum to say the minimum. So I was a bit nervous because there were portions of my syllabus which I had weaknesses in, and I had to recover from those. And so yeah, I was pretty nervous, and that how would I revise the entire syllabus within the last 1 month. But fortunately, with the help of the
And
test at my institute and
Anustup, your
with the
network is
support from my
fluctuating.
teachers.
Okay, okay. So how did you
Is
come
it
out
okay
of
now?
that nervousness? Yeah, it's audible. How did you come out of this nervousness? What did you do? Any special tips?
Talking to faculties really helps. Like
Okay.
when I talked about my problems to MK sir, UB sir, who were my teachers for the last 2 years, they really helped me overcome my problems, because they showed me that this is only natural and this happens with almost every student. And the ways to overcome those problems, well, they had the secrets, and I
Right.
simply followed their guidelines, and their words were a lot motivating. So
Fantastic.
that's it.
So, which is a very good lesson, students. If you get nervous, the best thing you can do is to interact with your mentors, because with their decades of experience, they can take you out of that kind of a mind situation. Harsh, my next question to you. How many hours were you studying every day in this kind of last month, and what was your routine like? Were you writing exams every day? Were you studying every 4 subject every day? This kind of, what was your routine? How
Well, in the last month we had tests almost every day. So every day, almost 3 to 3.5 hours used to go after tests, and I maintained my sleep wake schedule. Like since I didn't have school and all this stuff, boards, I only had to focus on revision, and so I regularized my sleep wake cycle, and the tests were usually in between 2 to 5 and in the morning. So I would give the tests, and then the rest of the day would go after revising the topics which I think I forgot, like they are
Okay.
the weakest in each subject. So wherever I feel is my weak point, just I used to pick up those parts and started doing it. Like I used to feel like everything is weak, but I would go for what is the weakest. So I
So
would
were you
start with that.
touching every subject every day, like all the 4 subjects every day, or was it random?
Mostly it used to be random, but
Okay.
it depended on how what I felt was where my marks are going, where I was weak, in which parts I weak, which I felt were the weakest. So if I go by that, all the 3 subjects used to get covered.
So it comes down to analyzing the test, right? So wherever you got mistakes
Yes.
and all, you are going back to those conceptual parts. Fantastic. Now let's take faculty's advice on this. Dr. Mukul Roy, sir, my question to you will be like, first of all, please advise the main tips of last 1 month. And I also want to add one thing. Some students in this last 1 month go into a shell. They stop talking to faculties, they stop coming to revision classes. They probably write the test, but they don't discuss the problems and all. So they go into a kind of a watertight shell and dissociate themselves from the rest of the world. Is that a good idea? Or as Anustup said and Harsh said, that keep on interacting with your mentors, that helps. Over to you, sir. Emad, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So before beginning, I'd like to thank the students first. So because I have always approached them, whenever I have approached them for this program or participation in the program, they have always accepted it. And so I'd like to thank all of you three. It's so nice to see you, all of you together.
It's our pleasure, sir. It's our pleasure.
It's just an electrifying atmosphere with so many good students, so many other students, and all teachers. So it's just electrifying. I would have loved to see it in a large auditorium rather than sitting here in nice with my laptop. So thank you so much. And then coming to my point, I would not recommend this, because this is not a good idea. You stop talking to the teachers. You don't come up with your doubts. Sometimes they feel very shy. Sometimes they feel underprepared. Sometimes they feel less confident. This is one of the several reasons for which they don't come up to the teachers at this period of time. Why they don't come up is this is one of the reasons. Since they think that they're not aptly prepared, they're not prepared enough to crack this entrance examination, so they fall back. But I recommend them to come up. I still recall Anustup at the beginning of class 12. He used to come up to me elaborating his weaknesses of class 11 syllabus while I was teaching class 12. it was almost his regular activities. He knew each weekend he will meet me. He would always come up to me and would always describe these things. So this is very common. You come up to us, we are there we are, this is our job. Primarily, we are there for this job only. So there is no harm in talking to us with your weakness, because a teacher can really understand you. When we address to a pool of students, we know that all of them are not necessarily good. Some of them are weak, some of them are hardworking, some of them are less hardworking. So it's very easy for us to address because we know the taste. So in that way, so don't fall back. Come up to us, talk to us. Probably you'll get one or two very good inputs. So in that way, my suggestion is to talk to the teachers, to talk to the and to appear the test also. And regarding study hours, so that varies from students to students. That depends. But for me, the areas where forgetfulness is very high, like inorganic, like parts of chemistry, like biology, don't don't give large hours at a stretch, like studying inorganic one day completely and then thinking that I have remembered everything. It's just a wastage of time. You're likely to forget it by next day. In that case, a good planning is very essential. If you are ready to spend around 30 hours to inorganic chemistry, I would recommend you to spend 2 hours daily for 15 consecutive days. That is going to help you more than giving 30 hours in one go. Because if you stay detached from these areas of subject for longer duration, you're likely to forget them. You'll not be able to recollect. After a couple of days, after a couple of weeks, when you'll sit back with your books, you may feel like starting afresh. In that case, you can experience some nervousness coming up within you. So मेरा तो यही कहना है कि you just go with this areas where you have a chances that you will forget everything or forget a larger part of that. Stay tuned with that area. Don't leave it for a longer gap, longer duration. Regarding the study hours, I don't have any reservation. If you are comfortable with day hours, then it's fine. If you feel like I'm comfortable with late night, then it's again not an issue. But whenever you are studying with sitting with books, please ensure that you are there, right there with the books. Not that your mind is wandering here and there. This personally I don't recommend. This is a good point. You have a good amount of concentration. Sometimes we lack that, and this is very natural. And that only you can judge, neither your parents nor your teachers. So when you experience that you are unable to concentrate, I would suggest to take a small break. Because the study hour must be, in my words, must be crispy. You are there, right there, with the books, with all sorts of enthusiasm, with all sorts of interest. You are there sitting with the books. You are not with the books because your parents want you to be there. Your teachers want you to be there. You are there with the books because you want. So if you are not experiencing this emotion, then take a small break, come back. Probably you'll be able to concentrate better. So I know I was talking to my students even in one of my class today. They were complaining about, sir, it's now it's becoming more and more difficult to concentrate because we are now confined in a single room. So I told them what I have realized throughout my experience, mind has a tendency to oppose the monotony. Since we are doing the same thing, watching the same people all around, meeting the same people, talking the same thing almost, hence probably this is coming up. So you develop some ideas, develop some changes within you so that you can concentrate better. So this is what I would sum up in a very short. I think it's useful for my students. Thank you so much, sir. Please.
Thank you so much, Imad sir. That was really priceless advice. So what I understand, sir, is that they should not isolate themselves. As you said very correctly, now they are not physically moving. So at least they should attend the doubt classes or the revision classes. Students, you all know that we are organizing revision classes. We are having doubt clearing sessions. We have Telegram groups where all your batchmates are there, where you can post your doubts. So please engage yourself. Don't disconnect. Sir said very rightly that now you're enclosed in one house and you're meeting the same family members all the time. If you go into a shell, automatically monotony sets in. So it always helps to have a small break in between. And sir said very correctly that you should make small units of your preparation. Don't study one subject throughout for full day. That's very important. So, and focus on the areas where memory is a factor, like biology and in organic chemistry. I'll quickly come back to Harsh. Harsh, this same point about memorizing, like if you look at the biology part, entire thing is mostly theoretical and same as inorganic chemistry. Any tips you want to share on how did you work on your memory? How did you ensure that you retain the theoretical part very well? Any tips on that? Any technique?
Well, the purpose, like the way we can remember these theoretical things is repeatedly seeing the revision, the picturizing what was written in the text. Like when we read it again and again, then we memorize it. And the way we read it again and again, what can keep us motivating is what we feel is we don't know. And we will realize when we ask ourselves what we don't know, we will feel like we don't know anything. And then we need to ask what is the weakest point, like what I cannot recall the most, those areas. When we read those things again and again, we go through these things. After a point of time, like after a week, we will also feel the same thing which was weak a week ago. Like we made it strong last week, so at that time we'll revise it again. So when we do this every week, we keep on revising it some way or the other way, like we come across it. So when we keep revising, going through the things, we can remember it better, this theoretical stuff.
Thank you so much, Harsh. That was a very good advice, that if you can go through it multiple times, even in small units, you will slowly, it will come. Like there is a word called top of the mind recall. Even if you watch something often, then slowly we start retaining it. Please remember, students, this is not a classroom. So if you have any academic doubts, you have to go back to your doubt clearing sessions and classes. Because this is a seminar where we will have discussions on general topics. And there is one student saying, I cannot connect to Telegram group. That's an administrative question. Please connect your center. I will request whichever batch you are from, if you can write Shibayan Rai. So whichever batch you are from.
I've answered it.
Yeah, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Please, maybe Amitabh or Orijit can note it down once and please help him in the back end. So this kind of administrative questions, you know our helpline, you can send it there. Next question I will ask. Now let's go to a bit of theories, and this is told in the classes, but since we are discussing last month's strategies, Utsav Bhattacharya sir, if you can give us some tips on zoology and which are the important chapters of 11 and 12, and any special tips for the zoology part, if you want to share, sir, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. First of all, I would like to ask Diprashom that Diprashom, this facial hairstyle is because of COVID-19 or it is a new Virat Kohli style?
No, sir, I've been keeping this for a long time, ever since I went to college.
Okay.
So right.
All right. Yes, actually, as far as this my subject is concerned, over there, I have told it to quite a number of students related to remembering the theory stuff, that I always compare it with, you go to watch a movie with a thought process that I'm going to, watch this movie as a comprehension passage. And at the end of the movie, I'm supposed to answer a few questions. If you see the movie, if you watch the movie in this way, then maybe you won't remember a lot of points over there. But if you watch the movie in a relaxing way, in an enjoying way, then maybe at the end of the movie, you will be able to answer more questions. So this is what I tell to the students, that whenever you study the subject biology actually is a interesting subject, more so for the medical students, because they are medical oriented, they are medical aspirants. So biology, zoology, mainly it becomes a very interesting aspect over there. So I think whenever they should study it in a very relaxing mind. They should not study with the focus that I have to answer questions. And over here, like Harsh said, I would like to say that you should study in a relaxing way, but study it again and again and again. You do not study with the intention that I need to mug it up or I need to learn by heart. You should never study with that intent. You should study that I want to learn this concept, I want to see this concept, okay, and you should read the concept again and again and again from whatsoever area possible. Maybe the statement, the language written in the class notes helps you, maybe the language written in the study material helps you, or maybe the language written in NCERT helps you. Whatever book or whatever resource helps you out, you should study from there, but you should study it again and again and again. Now, another aspect in zoology and biology comes up, that is facts. Now, many students, they are worried about memorizing the facts. Now, let me tell you, first of all, fact-based questions in zoology, it comes up very rarely in exam. There are few fact-based questions which definitely they do come up, and my suggestion is you solve more and more MCQs, more and more questions based on those facts. So it is just like this, that suppose over here so many students are present, and suppose today I can see, I'll just name, let's say I don't know Anustu. So suppose so many names are there, and if I have to remember and memorize so many names, it's difficult. But suppose, for example, today anybody, say Mr. Sir or Manoj Sir, comes up and asks me that, sir, do you remember that boy whose name was Anustrup? Then I might think a little bit. Then maybe, again, another person asks me, that boy sitting with spectacles, do you recognize? Then I will remember, Acha, Anustrup wears spectacles. Then somebody will say that, sir, do you remember that boy with a t-shirt? Okay, then I'll remember that, okay, Anustrup was there with spectacles, wearing t-shirt. So what happens is, when I'm solving some questions, so one by one, few points are automatically getting embedded in my brain. Maybe I'm not aware about it, but as I'm solving more and more questions, suppose if I take a example of say Animal Kingdom, there is a chapter, there is a unit, and it requires a lot of learning by heart. But over there, if I take one example of, say, any particular animal or any particular phylum, any class, so, if you are trying to remember and memorize all the 10 names at a go, then it might look a little bit tedious. But suppose you solve 20 or 30 questions based on only one class or one phylum, then you will see that those 30 questions, they will do some brainstorming with you in such a way that after solving those 30 questions, automatically those 10 points will be clear to you. So this is the basic idea, that whenever there are some fact-based question comes up, what you must do is you should be trying to solve more and more and more questions on that basis, so that all the aspects get clear. When you solve each question, one more point you get automatically learned by heart. So that is my idea about the facts, and constantly again and again. And questions also, application based questions, you should solve more. Here on this aspect, I want to tell, I have already mentioned it in the class. Many students, they come up with a lot of questions which actually have come up in the exam in the year 1989, 2009, 2007, 2011. So they are very much outdated questions. Many a number of times this syllabus has got revised since 2013, once NEET came up, and biology has seen a large amount of revision in that syllabus change. So my suggestion is, always solve updated questions. Do not need to solve the outdated questions, because that will really scare you out. Because you will lose confidence on yourself. You might even lose confidence on your teacher, because maybe you start thinking that class sir, ma'am hasn't taught this topic, but you don't understand, sir or ma'am knows that there is a topic like this, but it is not required in the exam. That is why he or she hasn't taught it to you. But problem is that when you start engaging yourself in those outdated questions, then you start losing hope on everything. So that should not be done. In the last months, I still remember a day when I think Harsh will remember this. That one day Harsh came up, to Meenu ma'am, not to me, and he was literally scared that day. And Meenu ma'am actually called me up and asked that, sir, dekh lo, ye bacha itna pareshan ho raha hai. तो आई सिंपली सेड दैट ठीक है, होने दीजिए, अभी टाइम है परेशान होने का, अभी ये भी एक्सपीरियंस है, अभी परेशान नहीं होगा तो कब होगा ये. तो यू सी, परेशान होना बनता है. So this is the time when you should be scared. Okay, you should be tense. That's okay. This is also a time which you will be, like, see, Diplom is having such a nice smile right now, because he is remembering those days. Because this is also experience which you should go through. And trust me, if you are not scared, if you are not tense, your exam seriousness is also not coming up. You are tensed, you are stressed out. That means you are serious for your exam. That's a proof. Okay, so that's absolutely fine. But you should not get panic stricken. Getting stressed, getting tensed is okay, but you should not be panic stricken. And like Mukul sir said, that you should all have a proper routine. You should all have a proper schedule. And I always tell this, that and I think Dean sir was also telling this in the beginning, that current situation, you should consider it like the slog over of a cricket match. you should always compare it like the number of balls in or number of runs in number of balls. So over here you have number of chapters and number of days. So you compare with that. Okay, so how many chapters are there and how many days I have got. So accordingly you can do it. Like for example, if you are studying biology, so it is not necessary that in a day you can solve many questions of biology. Okay, you should always you know many students they ask me this question, I must tell it, that sir, toppers, how long they used to study. uh, my suggestion is, do not ever ask this question to the toppers. Okay, every topper, trust me, here the toppers are sitting and they will agree with me, every topper has their own uniqueness. Okay, because we all know, I think MK sir knows, MR sir knows, we all know that Diprosom and Harsh, they actually had a innovative way of studying biology by darkening NCERT. Okay, someday if time permits, then we can have a chat on that. But they had their own way. Okay, even in my entire career, I have also personally never seen that or heard of that technique. I've heard of other techniques also, isn't it, Emma?
I remember, sir. Please continue.
Yes, yes. So, like every topper has their own unique way. The day you will become a topper, kids, you will see that you have become a topper by your own unique way. So don't try to ask this question that how many hours Diproshomda you studied or Anusubda you studied. Don't ask this type of question. You think that what is your capability. Even I would like to add even my experience also when I was preparing during my days. At the end moment there was no other work to do other than to study, eat, sleep. Okay, so why asking this question that how long to study? Either you eat or you sleep, you take rest, or you study. There's nothing else. When you get bored, go for a brisk walk. You can go to your rooftop, you can go to your terrace, you can go to your garden, you can go to your lawn. Okay, go for a brisk walking for 15 minutes, good for your health, good for your mind. Come back, freshen up, again sit to study. Okay, so there is it all depends on your capability. It all depends on how fast or slow you are. If you are a slow learner, you need to give more time. If you're a fast learner, you can give more time in refreshing your mind. Okay, so it all depends on you. So you should stick to the logic that how to study. You should not try to copy the others. Okay, so that's what I would like to say as far as biology is concerned and zoology is concerned from my side. Okay, over to you, Dean sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, UB sir. That was really detailed and you picked up very important points. In fact, as we are listening to you, some chats are popping up. And sorry to say, students, this is the mistake you do. As I told you, first 1 hour concentrate, because we are going to handle all the subjects one by one and faculties and toppers will discuss the nitty-gritties. Then you have time to ask questions. Like somebody is, don't mind, I'm also a teacher to sharing with you. Like you are asking that I am very demotivated, what to do.
Sir, excuse me, Dean sir.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes,
checking the chat, sir. I'm focusing on that. If
Yes,
it can
yes,
be answered, I'm trying to do it. Please continue the program,
Yes.
sir, so that you
Yes,
can focus better on it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you so
My
much.
point was, yes, thank you, sir. I think students should focus on the session now, and we'll definitely cover all those things in this session. So you please focus on the subjects at the moment. That's my request. Don't worry. I will quickly touch upon zoology a bit more. Adhyasa ma'am, ma'am, if you can please tell us the main chapters to focus on, where more questions come from, both from 11th section and 12th. Ma'am, you are muted actually. If you can unmute yourself.
Right. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, so to all my students, I'm sure you guys are no strangers to the fact that, the biology section for NEET is the most scoring, right? And the 90 questions that the NEET biology section constitutes, now 50% of the questions, question paper is the biology one, right? And being a theoretical nature, it's kind of, mental setup, like physics, chemistry, there's calculations and it's kind of, difficult, but biology ho jayega, right? But biology ho jayega bolne se to nahi hota. There are certain things you have to plan and then do. Now for that, it's not about mugging up the facts. I just now, you listened to UB sir, as he said. It's all about, understanding the concepts and the processes in the subject, right? So the first thing first that you need to do is do not keep reading the NCERT. There are people and there have been students I have come across who would try skipping the NCERT, and jump to the mock test. Like, this strategy is not going to help. So if you see the total number of questions of that, 40 to 42 questions in the examinations, they are from 11 syllabus, now which is roughly around, let's say, 45% of the biology section. And remaining, 48, 50 questions, they will be from the syllabus of 12. And when I say, I vouch for both botany and zoology. All right. So when you see for zoology point of view, I would suggest that you have to cover all the physiology related chapters, because that covers the bulk part of it. And then there are topics which includes biomolecules, biotechnology, because these are the concepts, these are the chapters from which we get, more number of questions coming from. And regarding this theoretical or fact-based questions, one thing that UB sir just added, that he said that you guys have to practice a lot of questions. The more exposure you have, it will kind of add up to your already somehow subconsciously it adds up to your memory. But I would also suggest that if you can just do some sort of brain mapping, now that has to be your own unique way. You don't have to follow anything, right? It's your own way, like, of remembering. Like if you read a novel or you read a storybook or you see a movie, there are certain pictures or certain way when you try to imbibe the things in your mind. So the same goes with studying the subject as well, right? So when you read a chapter, I'm sure there are certain things in which you kind of thought out the things, like कुछ इस तरह से questions बना लिया या फिर कुछ flow charts type का बना लिए. It may not be a hardbound notes. It's just a brain mapping that you do it here immediately. After reading a chapter, just close your eyes for a few seconds, or a few minutes, and think कि कितना आपने grasp किया है. So that kind of helps in a quick revision. All right. And the most important part of the revision is solving the questions on daily basis. It's not like you will spend the entire day studying biology and studying and solving the MCQs for biology only. No, please don't do that. Pick up, this many questions I have to solve. I have to say solve 50 to 60 questions for zoology, and I'll do it in this much time frame in a time bound manner. Now, once you solve those questions, it's also important that you analyze the fact that which were the questions that you couldn't solve. You couldn't solve it because you didn't remember the facts. You couldn't solve it because you had a mistake in understanding a concept. Whatever it is, please analyze immediately and get in touch with your teachers. Sort it out with your teachers immediately, because that's what going to help you. That will prevent you from committing the same mistake again in the future. That's the most important thing that you have to keep in mind, right? And yes, planning is the most important thing here. Zoology easy है. बहुत बार ऐसा लगता है कि अरे ये चैप्टर हो जाएगा. ऐसा नहीं होता है. You feel when you are studying that हाँ मुझे सब पता है, but come back to the next day and you have forgotten 50% of the stuff. So that means you have not planned it and studied well. If you do a good planning and revise and solve the MCQs, a brain mapping would be done, then I'm sure that actually adds up to your memory and it helps you solving it more, eloquently. So yeah, that's it from my side, I think.
Thank you, ADP ma'am, and that was really nice advice. So students, please note one thing. I would like to share one incident, and faculties know this. In 2018, the All India topper of NEET was Kalpana Kumari, and we remember our West Bengal Akash topper was Aditya Saraogi. He was All India 39. And when we analyzed their results, we found that in both physics and chemistry, Aditya got more than Kalpana. But what Kalpana Kumari really hit the jackpot was she got 360 out of 360. So as ma'am said very correctly, biology is something which we take it easy, like bio to ho jayega, pehla आधा घंटा 40 मिनट में खत्म कर लेंगे. That is good, but point is that you should bring perfection. 10-15 नंबर में अगर बायोलॉजी में चला गया तो वो गलत होगा. तो इसीलिए आप लोगों को एक प्लान वे में जाना है, बीच बीच में रिवाइज करना है. Both UB sir and ma'am talked of the recall value of the diagrams. We give the diagram books. You should go through it, the label diagram books. Like recently in one talk show, one student said that he finds it difficult to remember the name of the fungus and all. That was a botany question, but it relates here. That he makes a chart and puts it in the study table. So घूमते फिरते और देखते रहते हैं. So students make many kind of things, like you make a big chart and paste it on your wall. Students study room में अपना अपना unique things होता है. जैसे UB sir said very correctly, don't blindly copy. कि हर्ष भैया कितना घंटा पढ़ते थे, या दीप्रोशम भैया सुबह क्या खाते थे, या अनुष्टु भैया कितना देर सोते थे. इससे कुछ नहीं होता. Everyone has their own model. You rather go back to your basics. What is common? Write the test. And when you write the test, please analyze and find out which mistakes you are making. So thank you very much, UB sir and ADP ma'am. My next question will be to Diploshom, and it will be the perennial, I will say the pain point of NEET aspirants, majorly the average students, which is physics. Baki sab to ho jayega, physics is a big problem. So Diploshom, how did you face any problem in physics? I remember your JEE rank was also pretty high. So maybe not, but still, what was your technique and tips on physics? So can you please share?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the thing is that physics, by now you should have a pretty much good overall idea of the subject. And so the last month only becomes very important for some theoretical chapters which are there, which are actually a little bit important. And also to keep in mind all the formulas. So by now you have become aware of all the formulas and how to apply them. But what NEET is going to demand is to correctly recall the right formula at the right moment. So the pressure during the exam is such that you may easily make mistakes recalling even simple formulas. So I would suggest that you go through the formulas of 2 chapters every day. That's what I did. I had a copy and I had written down the most important formulas from all the chapters, and I would revise the formulas of 2 chapters every day. So that made sure that I had my tools ready for the final day. So the formulas are really going to be defining moments during your performance of the physics part. That's what I think. Because
thank you so much. Yeah, continue. Okay.
Because in NEET the questions will be such that the formulas will be the main thing. That's it.
Thank you, Diploshom. That's a very important point, like remembering the formulae and the concept behind. So we give a formula book, but apart from that, you can have your own formulas jotted down, whichever way comfortable. Some students told me this also, that they put the formula chart on the wall or on the study table board. Manoj Srivastav, sir, my question to you is a bit lengthy. Apart from, I want tips from you regarding physics, which chapters are important, both 11 and 12 portions. Apart from that, sir, of late, every student is a bit worried about this NTA organizing the test and the NTA Abhyas having few questions that are a bit from advanced level. And also because this is the first year where AIIMS and JIPMER has been dropped. So it is a complete one NEET exam. So students are worried that questions might actually be tougher. So I want you to answer 2 things, sir. Number 1, physics, कौन-कौन से चैप्टर पे ध्यान देना चाहिए, और फिजिक्स का जो डर है वो कैसे, अभी तो हट जाना चाहिए, लास्ट मंथ है, बट हाउ टू डिफाइन दैट. एंड सेकेंड इज, ये जो जिपमर और एम्स मर्ज होने से जो एक सब सोच रहे हैं कि लेवल थोड़ा बढ़ जाएगा, और अभी फिलहाल में जो एनटी अभ्यास का जो पेपर्स आ रहा है उसको लेके भी बच्चे बहुत वॉरिड है, तो इसके बारे में आपका एडवाइस काइंडली सर दीजिए बच्चों को. एमके सर.
थैंक यू सर. एग्जैक्टली पहला क्वेश्चन था कि फिजिक्स का पेपर और फिजिक्स का प्रिपरेशन कैसे होगा या क्या है, बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स आर देयर लाइक, इसमें बहुत सारे लोग जो है ऑलरेडी काफी समय लगा चुके हैं, ऑलमोस्ट मोर देन 2.5 months एक्स्ट्रा मिला उनको May 4th के बाद से, तो थोड़ा बहुत टाइम वो लगा चुके ऑलरेडी. बट एग्जैक्टली व्हाट शुड बी द स्ट्रेटजी फॉर दैट? I think so, they should go for whatever they have studied it properly, because the conceptual part means it's not like that if you're solving lengthy problems only, then you will be able to understand physics. It is not like that basically. Most of the students should put some stress on the basics of that. For example, if you are dealing with any concept or any theory, you should understand that thing very properly. Otherwise, if you are going to just use the formula, for example, any x formula I am going to use, and I know that xy terms are there, but I don't know the meaning of those, when that can be applicable, when that can be applied, when that cannot be applied, what is the limitation behind it, what is the way of deriving this expression. So basic understanding about how those formulas are coming, somewhat the means थोड़ा सा knowledge होना चाहिए कि कैसे वो आ रहा है. तो फिर अगर कहीं बीच में क्वेश्चन टर्न करता है या अगर कंसेप्चुअली कहीं बेंड करता है, तो फिर आप उसके ट्रैक को पकड़ सकते हैं कि यहाँ क्वेश्चन एक स्टेप पहले रुक गया है. ये क्वेश्चन मेरे को मालूम है कि इस स्टेप तक जाना था बट एक स्टेप पहले ही रुक गया है. तो इसके लिए थोड़ा सा कोई फॉर्मूला किस तरीके से आ रहा है, क्या टर्मिनोलॉजी है, क्या कंडीशंस है, कब लगता है, कब नहीं लगता है, ये ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है फॉर्मूला याद करने के रिस्पेक्ट में. तो जैसे बहुत सारे लिमिटेशंस हैं कि भाई कोई फॉर्मूला लगाने का लिमिटेशन है, तो मैं कह रहा हूं कि कोई भी फॉर्मूला है, कोई भी कंसेप्ट है, पहले उसकी समझ डेवलप होनी चाहिए. दूसरा पॉइंट, फिजिक्स में कंसेप्चुअली आप ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्वेश्चंस करने का, मैंने दो ही बात बोलना है कि आप किस तरीके से कंसेप्चुअली चीजों को डेवलप कर रहे हैं, कैसे समझ रहे हैं. अदरवाइज अगर आपने समझे बिना ही या किसी तरह से हाँ ठीक है मेरे को ये क्वेश्चन समझ लेना है, इसको याद कर लेना है या इसको बस आ जाना चाहिए, तो वो होगा ऐसा जैसे आप अपने सर के ऊपर एक बुक, फिर एक केजी का लोड, फिर दूसरी केजी का लोड, फिर तीसरी केजी का लोड, चौथा, फिर क्या होगा 10-20 केजी एक साथ बैठ जाएगा तो आप लेके बैठ जाएंगे उसको. वो नहीं होगा, फिर लगेगा यार 20 केजी का वजन अब मेरे से चलता नहीं. बट अगर आप हर एक क्वेश्चन के हर पोर्शन को याद करने के रिस्पेक्ट में आप थोड़ी इंटरेस्ट के साथ, अच्छा ऐसा क्यों हुआ है, अच्छा ऐसा ये हो रहा है, अच्छा इस क्वेश्चन में मैंने ये जोड़ा है, तो ये चीज आपके लोड को कम करेगी और कहीं ना कहीं आप थोड़ा बहुत इंटरेस्ट के साथ जुड़े रहेंगे. एक पॉइंट, एग्जाम में प्रिपरेशन का जो तरीका है, जहां तक सिलेबस का कंसर्न है, मोस्ट ऑफ यू पीपल नो दैट कि आउट ऑफ 23-22 questions will be there from +1 +2 segments, but those who are getting average marks, मैं दो बात कह रहा हूँ. पहली बात, दो लाइन का डिस्कशन है. एक जो लोग थोड़ा एवरेज है, मैं सबसे नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि एवरीबडी इज गोइंग टू गेट 150 प्लस, 170 प्लस, 180 समथिंग, सभी नहीं पाएंगे, ये फैक्ट है, वी नीड टू एक्सेप्ट इट. अगर हमारा 120 आ रहा है, 130 आ रहा है, तो फिजिक्स में एक रिस्पेक्टेबल स्कोर है, इसमें कोई ट्रबल नहीं है. 130, 120 is a very respectable score in physics. अब अगर आप 120 या 130 के पास, ठीक है आपका 100 मार्क्स आ रहा है, आपको थोड़ा लग रहा है सर मेरा तो भी 100 आ रहा है, फिर मेरे को क्या करना, अभी तो मैं एनटीए का एग्जाम दे रहा हूँ, मेरा उसमें 80 आ रहा है, तो एनटीए का एग्जाम दे रहा हूँ उसमें मेरा 80 आ रहा है. तो एक्चुअली मैं बस उनके लिए कह रहा हूँ कि आप थोड़ा सा +2 सिलेबस को थोड़ा ज्यादा लोड में रखेंगे, ज्यादा थोड़ा अच्छे से रखेंगे, तो जनरली +2 आपको थोड़ा ज्यादा गेन देता है, क्योंकि उसमें चैप्टर्स थोड़े से कम अप्रोचेबल हैं, ज्यादा से ज्यादा वैसे कॉमन सेगमेंट्स हैं जो केमिस्ट्री के साथ थोड़ा टच करते हैं, इसलिए आपको 7-8 क्वेश्चन, जैसे कि मॉडर्न फिजिक्स में मैं बोल रहा हूँ 5 से 6 क्वेश्चन मॉडर्न की फिजिक्स का हो सकता है, दो क्वेश्चन सेमीकंडक्टर का हो सकता है. आप करंट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी के क्वेश्चंस इजीली थोड़ा अंडरस्टैंडिंग के साथ उनको कवर अप कर सकते हैं. आप इलेक्ट्रोस्टैट थोड़ा लेंदी हो सकता है बट टेक्निकली ठीक है, आई थिंक सो इट कैन बी कवर्ड आल्सो. सो ऑप्टिक्स थोड़ा बेसिक्स होता है जो पकड़ा जा सकता है, ऑप्टिकल इंस्ट्रूमेंट पे काम किया जा सकता है, उधर थर्मोडायनेमिक्स केमिस्ट्री के साथ कॉमन है, उस पे मार्क्स लाया जा सकता है, ग्रेविटेशन इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स के साथ कॉमन है, उस पर क्वेश्चन किया जा सकता है, वर्क पर एनर्जी, लॉज ऑफ मोशन, आपकी पूरी फिजिक्स को अगर आप उस पर कर सकते हैं दैट इज वेल एंड गुड. मैकेनिक्स, एक पर्टिकुलर सेगमेंट अगर फिजिक्स में आपका अच्छा नहीं है तो इट नेवर मीन्स कि आपका फिजिक्स अच्छा नहीं है, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं होने वाला है. क्योंकि अगर आप किसी चैप्टर पर्टिकुलर से आप क्वेश्चंस का रेशियो ऑब्जर्व करेंगे तो हार्डली 1 या 2 क्वेश्चन ही एक यूनिट पर्टिकुलर से पड़ेगा. फॉर एग्जांपल इलेक्ट्रोस्टैट से हार्डली 3 क्वेश्चन पढ़ने हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल मैं मान लेता हूं सर मेरा ऑप्टिक्स खराब है, सर मेरे को ऑप्टिक्स नहीं आता, आई एम नॉट सेइंग टू लीव इट, बट यू डोंट पुट कि मेरा रे ऑप्टिक्स खराब है इसलिए मेरी पूरी फिजिक्स खराब है. आई डोंट एग्री विद दिस पार्ट. तो थोड़ा सा ये है कि अगर एक पार्ट आपका वीक है तो भी मैंने कहा कि आपके पास 40 क्वेश्चंस हैं जहां से आप अटेम्प्ट कर सकते हैं. नाउ इस एग्जामिनेशन क्राइटेरिया में हम कैसे काम करेंगे, बार बार आपको दो ही बात पे ध्यान रखना है. अगर आपका फुल सिलेबस टेस्ट कंटिन्यूएशन में चल रहा है तो फुल सिलेबस टेस्ट को पैरेलली आप जरूर दें और उसी इन्वायरमेंट में दें जिस तरीके से आप एग्जाम हॉल में देंगे. सोकर, लेटकर, बैठकर, खाते हुए, नाश्ता करते हुए, फैमिली में बात करते हुए, 4 लोगों के बीच में एग्जाम नहीं दिया जाता। आप उसी इन्वायरमेंट में नहीं होता तो बगल में टाइमर लगाकर मदर फादर को बैठा दीजिए कि आप मेरे एग्जामिनर बन जाइए, लेट मी जस्ट फील दैट इन्वायरमेंट। आपका डर तभी कम होगा जब आप उस इन्वायरमेंट को बार बार फेस करेंगे। तो इसलिए एग्जामिनेशन इन्वायरमेंट में जब फुल सिलेबस टेस्ट दे रहे हैं तो आप फुल सिलेबस टेस्ट उसी मोड में दीजिए और उसी टेम्परामेंट के साथ दीजिए जैसे आप एग्जाम को फेस करेंगे। एक पॉइंट, किसी भी क्वेश्चन पेपर को देखने के बाद अगर आपको स्टार्टिंग के 7-8 क्वेश्चन, 5 क्वेश्चन, 8 क्वेश्चन स्टार्टिंग के डिफिकल्ट फील हो रहे हैं, इसका मतलब ये कभी भी नहीं है कि आपसे 45 क्वेश्चन कभी नहीं होंगे। आपको केवल वो 5 क्वेश्चन को कैसे जंप करना है, कैसे उनके फियर फैक्टर को ओवरकम करना है, यही टेम्परामेंट आपको एग्जाम टू एग्जाम टू एग्जाम टू एग्जाम टू एग्जाम सीखना है। आप 5 क्वेश्चन स्टार्टिंग का आपने देखा किसी पेपर में और आपको डिफिकल्ट लगा है, तो आपका नर्वस ब्रेकडाउन स्टार्ट हो गया, ब्लड प्रेशर ऊपर नीचे हो गया। आपने आगे आने वाले जो क्वेश्चंस थे जो आपके ग्रिप में थे, जो आप कर सकते थे, जो थोड़ा भी टेम्परामेंट आप नॉर्मल रखते तो वो चीजें हो सकती थी, बट आप ऑलरेडी आपने थोड़ा ना आने के दाम पे सब कुछ दे दिया। जैसे मेरे को थोड़ा सा चोट लगा और मैं घर में बैठ गया, बोले मेरे से कुछ नहीं होता आज। ठीक है, चोट लगा है, मेरे को सर्दी खांसी बुखार हो सकता है, फिर भी मैं 12 घंटे काम आराम से, बस मुझे भूलना होगा कि मुझे कुछ नहीं हुआ है। मुझे भूलना होगा कि मुझे कुछ नहीं हुआ है। अगर ये टेम्परामेंट आप डेवलप कर पाएंगे तो फिर वो फियर धीरे धीरे कम हो जाएगा। 5-7 क्वेश्चन, 8 क्वेश्चन, 10 क्वेश्चन, आप 10 क्वेश्चन के चक्कर में आप 40-35 क्वेश्चन कैसे खराब कर सकते हैं, ये एक कंसर्न है। आपको ये सीखना पड़ेगा। ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम, आई नीड टू ओवरकम दो 30 क्वेश्चंस। ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, नहीं हुआ, नो प्रॉब्लम, थोड़ा लेंथी है, स्किप करिए। दूसरी बात, किसी भी क्वेश्चन पर स्टिक ना करें। अगर आपको कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं आया तो आप किसी क्वेश्चन पर स्टिक ना करें, उसके साथ एकदम चिपक ना जाए। ओलंपिक नहीं चल रहा है कि आज मेडल मिलेगा एक क्वेश्चन पर आपको। आपको अगर कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं आया तो उसको स्किप करने का, छोड़ने का, क्योंकि 45वां क्वेश्चन आपका इंतजार कर रहा है। बोले हम माला लेके खड़े थे, आप आए ही नहीं, आप पहुंचे ही नहीं भाई साहब, आप तो उधर ही रह गए, हम तो इधर माला लेके हम लोग खड़े थे, आप लोग आए ही नहीं। So exactly what? Skip those questions if you are finding difficult, lengthy, time taking. कोई बात नहीं, आप एक के चक्कर में 2 को खराब कभी ना करें। दूसरा ये है कि आप किसी भी पॉइंट पर, जब आप किसी पेपर पर आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, आप किसी क्वेश्चन के थॉट प्रोसेस को लेकर के अगले क्वेश्चन पे इंपोज ना करें। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मेरे को 3rd क्वेश्चन नहीं आया और मैं 4थे क्वेश्चन को 3rd के थॉट प्रोसेस से स्टार्ट कर दिया। मेरा 3rd वाले का थॉट अभी चल रहा है, मैं उससे बाहर निकला नहीं हूं, 4था मैंने स्टार्ट कर दिया। इसका मतलब ये है कि 4थे के गलत होने के चांसेस बढ़ चुके हैं। वो आता हुआ क्वेश्चन गलत होने का चांस बढ़ चुका है, आप गलत करेंगे, चांसेस बहुत ज्यादा है। आता हुआ भी आप गलत करेंगे, क्यों? क्योंकि आप इंपोजिशन पे है, थॉट आपके ऊपर ओवरकम, आप उसी में भी चल रहे, जैसे सपना देख रहे हैं, तीसरे का देख रहे हैं, 4था कर रहा हूं, तो गलत होगा। अगर आपको नहीं आता तो छोड़ना सीखें, कोई इशू नहीं है। मैंने क्या बोला? ठीक है, छूट गया, क्वेश्चन नहीं हुआ, कोई बात नहीं। इन लोग जो अभी 4 लोग बैठे हैं, इनको ये पता है कि क्वेश्चन छोड़ना भी एक आर्ट होता है। सो इसलिए क्वेश्चन छोड़ना आपको सीखना होगा। नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, किसी भी समय अगर आपका एग्जाम, मान लेते हैं कि आपने कोई पेपर दिया और वो आपको खराब हुआ, थोड़ा अच्छा नहीं हुआ, थोड़ा अनईजी फीलिंग आई है बायो में, केमिस्ट्री में, फिजिक्स में, ये एक ऑब्वियस इवेंट है, ये सबके साथ होता है। इसमें कोई डरने की बात नहीं है, इसमें कोई घबराने की बात नहीं है। सर मेरे से आज मेरा 450 ही आया है, एनटीए में मेरा 450 आया, मेरा तो टारगेट बोलता है कि कम से कम 530 नहीं आया तो मेरा नहीं होगा, ये तो मेरा 450 दिख रहा है। नो प्रॉब्लम, नो प्रॉब्लम, जस्ट सिट, एनालाइज योरसेल्फ, पेपर उठाइए, जहां जहां आपने लगा कि नहीं मेरे से मिस्टेक हुआ है, जहां लगा कि मुझसे गलती हुई है, जहां लग रहा है कि शायद इस क्वेश्चन के अटेम्प्ट रेट में या इसके कंसेप्चुअल पार्ट पे, तो लिखिए कंसेप्चुअल फॉल्ट है, न्यूमेरिकल फॉल्ट है, कैलकुलेशन का प्रॉब्लम है, कंसेप्ट मुझे नहीं आता था, इंफॉर्मेशन लिखिए कॉपी पर प्रॉपर, मेरे को कंसेप्चुअल प्रॉब्लम, इसका कंसेप्ट मुझे नहीं पता था, यू राइट इट। आपका न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लम है, यू राइट इट, सो दैट आपका ब्रेन इस बात को रिसीव कर सके कि ये गलती मेरे को अगले टाइम नहीं करनी। डोंट फियर इन कमिटिंग मिस्टेक्स, गलती करने में डरने का नहीं, वो एक नॉर्मल बात है, करते हैं लोग, बट उस गलती के साथ रहने का नहीं।
Right, sir. So, sir, please kindly speak on that NTA part.
थोड़ा सा बस, मैं आ गया सर, मैं आ रहा हूँ सर, मैं वापस आ गया सर थोड़ा सा। तो गलती करने में प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बिकॉज अभी क्या है ना, आई एम फेसिंग अ लॉट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स राइट नाउ, दोज हु आर रियली हैविंग, सर मेरे से बहुत गलती हो रहा है सर, मैं जितनी गलतियां पहले नहीं करता था उससे ज्यादा अभी कर रहा हूं सर। एग्जैक्टली ये उस वजह से हो रहा है क्योंकि आपने उस बात को बहुत ज्यादा और सीरियस लिया कि शायद मुझसे नहीं हो रहा है। तो अगर ये चीजें हो रही हैं तो उसको ठीक करना है। तीसरा, मैंने कहा किसी भी पेपर पर एनालिसिस करिए, लास्ट के 10 मंथ्स में आपने क्या सीखा है वो मैटर करता है, बट लास्ट के 30 डेज में आपने अपना मैनेजमेंट कैसे किया है ये मैटर करता है। तो लास्ट के 30 डेज में आपका मैनेजमेंट स्किल काम करता है और प्रीवियस 10 मंथ्स आपका नॉलेज स्किल काम करता है, इसलिए अभी 20 डेज अपने आप को मैनेज करने में दें। अदरवाइज मैनेजमेंट स्किल अगर खराब रहा तो नॉलेज किनारे लग जाएगा। अभी दूसरा पॉइंट ये है कि सर ये एनटीए का और ये जो कंसर्न हो रहा है, बेसिकली अभी हुआ क्या है कि आपका वो टेन्योर बढ़ गया है, इस वजह से चीजें भी थोड़ी ज्यादा बढ़ी हैं, चाहे वो सब्जेक्ट वाइज बढ़ी हो, कंटेंट वाइज बढ़ी हो, कुछ चीजें बढ़ गई हैं। एनटीए और जो आरबीटी है और आकाश का टेस्ट मटेरियल है, you should maximum stick with that part where whatever you have studied. आप उन चीजों के साथ ज्यादा रहिए जो चीजें आपने पढ़ी हैं, कुछ नया नॉलेज, कुछ नया बुक्स, बहुत ज्यादा कंसेप्ट देखने की जरूरत नहीं है। रीजन इज दैट कि आप कुछ नया खोजने के चक्कर में जो आपके पास है वो कहीं ना खो जाए। तो इसलिए थोड़ा बहुत अगर आपको लग रहा है कि सर वो पेपर डिफिकल्ट है, वो सबके लिए डिफिकल्ट है। अगर 5 क्वेश्चन बायो में आउट ऑफ द ट्रैक गए हो तो वो सबके लिए गए हैं, मैक्सिमम लोगों के लिए गए, एक आध दो के लिए हो सकता ना गए हो, बट मैक्सिमम लोगों के लिए गए। तो इसलिए अगर आपको 5 क्वेश्चन डिट्रैक्ट हुआ है तो कोई ट्रबल नहीं है, यू से यस आई कैन डू इट, आई विल डू इट, यस इट कैन बी डन। तीसरी बात, किसी क्वेश्चन को सीखने में गिल्ट फीलिंग ना ले आए, जैसे होता है यार मुझे ये भी नहीं पता, यार मुझे ये भी नहीं पता, अभी ये वाला भी नहीं पता तो मैं कैसे पेपर दूंगा। नहीं पता और पता के बीच में केवल एक गैप है, जानने का। अगर मैं जान लूंगा तो बात खत्म है, सर मुझे पता है, बात खत्म हो गई। तो नहीं जानना अपराध नहीं है, अगर मेरे को एक क्वेश्चन नहीं आता तो अपराध नहीं है, इट्स नॉट अ गिल्ट फीलिंग। सो ट्राई टू सेव योरसेल्फ फ्रॉम गिल्ट फीलिंग, सर मेरे को ये क्वेश्चन नहीं आया, कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है, आई नीड टू लर्न इट। आप इस गिल्ट फीलिंग से बचें, कोई अपराध नहीं कर रहे हैं आप प्रयास कर रहे हैं। इफ यू आर ट्राइंग सो डोंट फील गिल्टी, यू आर ओके एंड हैव फेथ ऑन योरसेल्फ। अगर आप पर भरोसा नहीं होगा खुद का तो फिर नोबडी इज गोइंग टू हैव फेथ ऑन यू। इसलिए रात में भी जागो तो कहना कि मुझसे हो जाएगा, आधी नींद में भी हो तो कहना मुझसे हो जाएगा, अभी ये नहीं कहने का कि मुझसे नहीं होगा। रात को उठा के 2 बजे भी कोई बोले ना तो बोलना कर लूंगा। ठीक है, 1-2 क्वेश्चन नहीं होता, सेकेंडरी है। एंड द लास्ट पॉइंट कि जैसे कभी कभी सर, तो इसका मतलब क्या है, हम नॉलेज लेना बंद कर देंगे क्या कि एनटीए का कुछ नया क्वेश्चन है, कहीं वो क्लिक कर गया तब, कहीं वो आ गया तब, अगर ऐसा हो गया तब, तो आप उसको उस तरीके से मत दीजिए जो आपको हर समय ट्रायल पे ले जा रहा हो। हर समय उस पर मत जाइए जो ट्रायल पे ले जा रहा हो, कि आप हर समय एक पेपर उठाए और आपने ट्रायल देना शुरू कर दिया, पता लगा कि ठीक है कुछ क्वेश्चन हो सकता नहीं हुए, तो आपको जितना वो सिखा के जाएगा उससे ज्यादा आपको थोड़ा दिक्कत हुई। तो उसमें एक बात ये हो सकती है कि आप उन पेपर्स को उठाएं, अगर एग्जामिनेशन मोड में नहीं भी उठा रहे हैं तो आप उनको उठा करके जो लगे, नहीं ये 5 क्वेश्चन बायो में थोड़ा अलग था, शायद मैं इसको अपने टीचर से बात करके कलेक्ट कर सकता हूँ, थोड़ा सा शायद मैं एफर्ट लूंगा तो मुझे पता लग जाएगा। तो थोड़ी बहुत एफर्ट ले सकते हैं, लेकिन बहुत ज्यादा आप हर दिन, मुझे नहीं लगता कि इफ यू मल्टीप्लाई 70 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 180, almost 70 papers 180 days, अरे 180 questions, so this much of number of questions, अगर उसमें से कौन से क्वेश्चन की प्रोबेबिलिटी निकालेंगे, it would be very difficult, because almost 70 days NTS का टेस्ट होने वाला है। आप 180 क्वेश्चन पर डे देख रहे हैं, अगर पर डे ऐसा भी आया तो कितने 800-700 क्वेश्चन पर डे आप कहां तक कलेक्ट करेंगे? तो ठीक है, एटलीस्ट एक मॉडरेट लेवल पर अगर कोई चीज आपको नहीं आई तो ठीक है, इट्स ओके, उसको थोड़ा सीख सकते हैं, थोड़ा बहुत सीख सकते हैं कि हाँ सर ये क्वेश्चंस मैं थोड़ा अटेम्प्ट करूंगा तो हो जाएगा। तो दैट इज देयर। आई थिंक वन फाइन लाइन जो मैं क्लियर बोल रहा हूँ, आपको एनटीए के पेपर्स को अगर आप टेस्ट दे रहे हो और आपको इजी है, मोस्ट ऑफ पीपल, बहुत सारे लोग इसमें कंफर्टेबल भी होंगे, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है, बोले सर हमको बहुत डिफिकल्ट नहीं लगता, इट्स गुड, बट जहां 2-4 क्वेश्चन का गैप है वो हल्का फुल्का आप देख करके उनके साथ थोड़ा सा बैलेंस करिए, ठीक है? तो आई थिंक सो इट कैन बी डन फॉर दैट। सो यस सर, दिस मच इज देयर।
Thank you so much, sir. Your speech was really
I took a lot of time, but yes, sir.
No problem, sir. Actually, you have answered a few questions which have come on chat, like मेरे से बहुत negative marking होते हैं, ये वो करके. Sir has answered most of this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I actually quickly like to summarize what NKS sir said. Number one is please move away all negative thoughts. Please be focused. ये इधर उधर की चिंता छोड़िए, objective and rational बनिए. डोंट लेबल योरसेल्फ कि मेरे से नेगेटिव मार्किंग होते हैं या मैं तो 600 में अटका हुआ हूँ या 500 में अटका हुआ हूँ। जस्ट गिव योर टेस्ट, जो सबने बोला कि रोज हर दिन 1-1, 2-2 टेस्ट लिखिए, पूरा 3 आवर का टेस्ट, और जैसे सर ने बोला पूरा वही एनवायरनमेंट में, लाइक आई थिंक हर्ष आल्सो सेड दिस 2 to 5 PM, अनुष्टुप आल्सो सेड दैट आफ्टरनून में उसी टाइम पे बैठ के रहेंगे तो मेंटली हम अलर्ट रहेंगे, तो फिटनेस भी आ जाएगा। और जो भी आप टेस्ट देंगे उसका एनालाइज करें, जो बहुत मिस्टेक होता है, वी गिव अ टेस्ट, we get a mark and then we feel sad कि ये क्यों नहीं हुआ। Go objective, find out the problems, go and discuss. And as sir said in NTA, पहली बार एम्स और जिपमर मर्ज हुआ है, बिकॉज ऑफ 2 महीने एक्स्ट्रा मिला NTA अभ्यास का, ये जो क्वेश्चन रोज आ रहा है, just you don't have to write every day. Even if you write, don't take too much on your head. Recently, one of the talk shows, a very senior faculty of Akash only said something which struck my mind. He think like a jockey of a horse. If you are racing on a horse and you are in full speed, in the last lap, you don't change the direction. The only thing that will happen is you will fall. So ये मान के चलिए 16 लाख जो स्टूडेंट्स नीट देंगे, अगर कुछ बहुत ही ज्यादा बाहर जाएगा सबके लिए आएगा। So you don't have to worry on that. And sir said very nicely, अगर एक क्वेश्चन में आप अटक रहे हो तो उसको ईगो पे मत लो कि ओलंपिक मेडल मिलने वाला है। Don't do that. Go to the next question. Think overall. Don't get sentimental. Don't get emotional and sentimental. Be practical. Take NEET like a project with clinical precision. That should be the advice which everyone is giving. Thank you very much, sir. I will quickly move into a different question now, and I will request Anustup to come online. Anustup, another issue, like please answer very detailed regarding the NEET, the test, the exam itself. How did you sequence your subjects, the 4 subjects, when you filled up the OMR sheet, and did you fix this long before, this strategy? So what was your NEET exam strategy, and both about sequencing the subjects and filling the OMR, and also how early you frozen this model? You have frozen this model. क्या 1 महीने पहले या 1 साल पहले? Kindly if you can answer this, Anustup. Yes, Anustup, over to you. I hope you got my question, Anustup. Yeah, right.
Yes, sir. Yes. So before saying anything about my own strategy, I would like to say that whatever you are doing, my friends, whatever you are doing right now, whatever is your strategy, that is the best strategy that you can adopt ever. That is the best strategy for you. So in this last month, I would recommend never ever try to change what you are doing or try to experiment a lot. Like you have a set pattern, So stick to that, okay? Because that is the pattern that will help you fetch the best marks. And if you try to change it now, then it will only lead to deviation, and it will not lead to optimization of your performance at all. So as regarding to my own pattern, well, I attempted this sequence. I attempted biology first because well, it is less time consuming, and it also is the most scoring section. And so biology was the first choice. Then after attempting biology, I used to go for chemistry and then physics. So a lot of you may have this pattern where you start with physics, then go for chemistry or biology, or maybe you start with chemistry only. It is absolutely fine. You can do that. Okay. So if that pattern is working for you, thumbs up. You can go ahead and do that. All right. And as for my own strategy, well, I fixed it in the first month of, well, not in the first month, in the first three tests of class 11 only, like when the unit tests were happening. Then only I decided that I was going to follow this, because that's what all my teachers told me was the most, well, it's the most common pattern that suits most people. But if you are following a different pattern, then and it is working for you, then well and good, you can go ahead and do it.
And OMR feeling, when did you feel the OMR?
About OMR feeling, well, a lot of the students do like this, that they first attempt one question, and for the question they fall first, if they're sure of the answer, then they fill the OMR sheet bubble, and then they move on to the next time, like this to do. It is okay if you're doing this way and it is working for you, it's fine. But there may be some mistakes in this pattern. So what I used to do was, well, my pattern was also not absolutely commendable. Like there cannot be a best pattern. It is only a pattern which is best for you. Okay. So whatever pattern you're doing it, it is the that's what I'm saying always, that is the best for you. That but what I used to do was, I used to attempt the entire paper, and then I used to revise once, and then if in that revision some mistakes used to crop up, so I used to change that, and then after marking all my answers in the question paper, then only I used to mark the OMR sheet. So if you mark the OMR sheet first, then maybe some mistake, if you notice later, that you may not be able to change. So that drawback is always there with the other method. But whatever method you are working with, that's fine. And also one thing is there, like the mock test you people are attempting now, most of these are online tests, right? So in online tests, there is no scope of OMR filling or anything. So at home, you can get previous papers. Like so previous papers you can attempt on your own in a homely environment between 2 to 5, and you can get an OMR sheet printed from the computer. Or if you don't have one, well, there are some OMR apps in Android system. I saw in the morning, like there are some OMR apps. So
Yes.
you can allot specifically some amount of time just for OMR filling, because as far as my calculation, I remember approximately 15 minutes must be allotted for OMR filling only. So you have to remember that the amount of time that is available to you, it's not 3 hours. It is a little less than that. So need to accommodate that within your test practice. All right.
Anustub, how much time you completed biology in? Is it 30 minutes or more than that?
Well, it used to differ. Like in some mock tests at Akash, the biology portion sometimes
No,
were
I'm
difficult.
asking
Not
of
in the
NEET
mock test, in
actually.
the
I'm
final test
asking of,
series.
yeah,
Of
in
NEET.
a NEET, yeah.
Well, in our year, the questions of most sections were rather easy. So biology, it could be completed within 30 minutes only. But then, if a student tries to, really focus and tries to avoid mistakes, it may take more than that time, and it's absolutely fine, because I had a lot of time left after in attempting the entire paper, and that was the case with me, because the paper was rather easy and simple. So if you are taking a little bit more time, it's okay, as long as you can complete the paper.
Right. Thank you so much, Anustub. So what he says, you do biology. Well, he did biology first, then chemistry, and then physics, and then he filled up the OMR sheets. And he has frozen this model long before, right after class 11 was over. However, he's making a very important point that if you have a different combination, don't experiment now. You must have understood there is no single track, and I can share with you. I have attended many different talk shows of different Akash branches. Many toppers have different combinations. Some do OMR section wise, biology first, then some do and then, like Anustub said. So you can do that, but you should practice the same way. In fact, he made a very important point, because you are sitting at home and giving online tests. Now, to unlocking has started, and you can always take a printout of a OMR sheet and make 100 photocopies and keep with you. So when you are writing tests every day, do it with the OMR, because the effective time should include the OMR filling. That is also a practice. You should not make silly mistakes. I'll quickly take Harsh's opinion. What was your model, Harsh, in filling the paper? Like, what was your sequence and about OMR? Harsh, you are muted. Yeah.
When the paper used to get over, like I used to solve all the questions in the last half an hour. I used to fill the OMR sheet, and like many people make mistake in bubbling. If they skip a question, then the order gets shifted. So many people make blunders over there. I would like to suggest that when you are changing the paper, like when you're turning the paper pages, you just keep on verifying at regular intervals around 10 questions if you have made anything wrong. And also one more thing is ki, in bubbling, if you put a single dot on the bubble, like just one dot, then OMR machine, most of the OMR screening machines cannot screen it.
Will not read
So you should start with pointing, like putting dots on the options, and after 10 minutes, when you have done completed all the 180 questions on the OMR sheet, put dots on all the options, then you should start filling up the bubbles, and that used to work out.
And your sequence was
Everyone
same?
tried that. Biology, physics, chemistry, yes.
Your
Biology,
sequence
physics,
was same?
chemistry. It used to be same,
So
and
biology,
sometimes
physics
if
before
the things happened, sometimes one more thing is to happen. One thing I'd like to point out is ki when sometimes questions, when it becomes too boring after solving repeatedly all the questions of biology, it becomes boring. So if you like, it used to happen with me. So I used to shift the section to physics, solve 2-3 questions over there, and come back to biology and chemistry, and like.
Okay.
Maybe sometimes.
But again, I will suggest students not to copy that. That you might have got that proficiency. So switching over from biology to physics and coming back, students, the crux of what I understand from both Anustup and Harsh is that freeze on one model, don't change it anymore. You know about how to fill OMR. Don't just scribble in the end. And if you keep it for last 10 minutes, you might make a lot of silly mistakes. It will be very bad that you know the answer, but while bubbling the OMR. Many students are asking very small tips like, मुझसे बहुत नेगेटिव मार्किंग होता है, कैसे भी 600 के ऊपर नहीं जा रहा है. Please do the basics. There is no capsule solution. That मेरा negative marking कैसे कम होगा? You give a test. We already answered this many times. Give a test. See what mistakes you are doing. I'll give an example from yesterday's talk show. Somebody was saying मैं तो 600 पे अटका हुआ, 600 के ऊपर जा ही नहीं रहा हूँ. So then we said that the 100 marks you are losing in every test, is it the same chapter, same question? Is it the same topic? May not be. So don't get into this labeling that मैं 600 का student हूँ. Every test you give, as they said in the beginning, analyze the mistakes and correct it. Soon your negative marking will go down. Soon your marks will go up, and you will not feel demotivated. The moment you start thinking too macro, that's not important. कि मुझसे बहुत गलतियां होता है, मुझे याद नहीं रहता, कौन सा चैप्टर याद नहीं रहता, उसको तो आइडेंटिफाई करो. Go and analyze. It's already 8:20 p.m., but our discussion was very lively. We still have more than 170 people. So I will request everyone's permission. We might have to extend the talk show for half an hour extra, not more than that. So please sit patiently. I know that you might be very busy and tired after a long day. Toppers, they are having their own studies to do. Faculties are after a long day, but still it is very. Shobham Haldar, don't get distracted. If you're motivated, you don't get distracted. Again, sir said you should love the subject. Distraction तभी आएगा जब जबरदस्ती कर रहे हो. इनके sir said परिवार के लिए, parents के लिए, अपने लिए भी करो. Don't be demotivated and don't be distracted. Rajiv Ranjan sir, quickly coming to you. Sir is waiting for long. बॉटनी में क्या क्या इंपॉर्टेंट चैप्टर है 11, 12 एंड लास्ट मंथ में कैसे वो याद रखे, कैसे उसको मैंने परफेक्ट करे. बॉटनी तो वैसे इजी है, हम सोचते हैं जूलॉजी की तरह. बायोलॉजी एक्चुअली इजी है, बट हाउ टू मेक इट परफेक्ट. सर ओवर टू यू.
यस सर, आपने बिल्कुल सही बोला सर. अब बच्चा को भी ऐसा ही लगता है कि बायोलॉजी इज वेरी इजी. इट सीम्स दैट एक्चुअली इट्स नॉट. तो बच्चा लोगों को ऐसा लगता है सर कि है और हम कर लेंगे. मैं अभी कुछ दिन पहले एमके सर से डिस्कस कर रहा था कि एक मेरा स्टूडेंट है, और अभी रिसेंटली मैं वो बता देता हूँ इंसिडेंट्स, तो बाकी लोगों को भी थोड़ा अच्छा लगेगा. तो आरएम के स्टूडेंट हैं. सो ही केम टू मी, साउथ सेंटर पे आए. मैंने जस्ट पूछा ऐसे ही कि और कैसे हैं, क्या हुआ. तो सर मेरा तो नहीं हुआ. तो मैं बोला क्यों. सर मेरा तो फिजिक्स अच्छा नहीं था सर, इसलिए नहीं हुआ. तो मैं बोला अच्छा ठीक है कोई बात नहीं. मैं बोला कितना मार्क्स आया टोटल. तो बोला सर 206। तो ही वॉज हैविंग 206 मार्क्स, और उसमें वो बोल रहा है कि मेरा फिजिक्स के कारण नहीं हुआ। तो फिर मैं पूछा कि अच्छा तो ठीक है बता दीजिए केमिस्ट्री में कितना था। तो फिर मैं पूछ लिया कि अच्छा ठीक है बता दीजिए बायोलॉजी में कितना था। तो अब आप समझ गए होंगे कि इनफैक्ट बायो में भी उसका अच्छा मार्क्स नहीं था। तो ये काफी स्टूडेंट के साथ होता है कि लोगों का बायो अच्छा उतना होता नहीं है जितना अच्छा वो कर सकते हैं, जितनी अच्छी उनकी कैपेबिलिटी रहती है। मतलब मैं ऐसा नहीं कर रहा हूँ कि लोगों का अच्छा नहीं होता है, लोग उतने जितने कैपेबल हैं, जितने कॉम्पिटेंट हैं, उतना नहीं कर पाते। वो सोचते हैं पहले से ही कि मेरे को आता है। ये काफी सारे स्टूडेंट जब यहाँ से चले जाते हैं तब उनको समझ में आता है कि अच्छा है तो रियल में और मैं अच्छा कर सकता। और बायो को करना बहुत इजी है, जो सर आपने बोला करना बहुत इजी है, लेकिन फॉलो करना बहुत मुश्किल है। ये मेरा मोर देन 2 डिकेड्स का एक्सपीरियंस है। बच्चे को जो आप बताएंगे वो बच्चे पूरा पूरा आपका फॉलो नहीं करेंगे, वो अपने पसंद से जरूर कुछ ना कुछ ऐड करेंगे। जो आप सही सही बताएंगे वो बच्चे टोटली आपका फॉलो नहीं करेंगे। यदि टोटली फॉलो करें तो शायद वो और ज्यादा स्कोर कर पाएंगे। तो मैं थोड़ा सा सब्जेक्ट वाले पे थोड़ा सा बाद में आता हूँ, 2-3 मिनट बाद। उसके पहले मैं छोटा छोटा सा कुछ पॉइंट बना लिया था, मैं चाह रहा हूँ कि वो पॉइंट मैं शेयर कर देता हूँ। वैसे तो नथिंग लेफ्ट न्यू फॉर मी, सारे सर और मैम लोग पहले ही बता चुके हैं, तब भी मैं कुछ उसी में से उसी का रिवीजन करा देता हूँ। सर हंस रहे हैं, एमके सर भी स्माइल दे रहे हैं, बाकी लोग भी। तो आपके लिए भी वही है कि आप लोग मेरे लिए कुछ छोड़े नहीं है। इसी में से कुछ ना कुछ नया मैं कुछ नहीं बोल पाऊंगा, इसी में से कुछ
नहीं सर, आपके पास सब समय नया होता है सर।
नया होता है, वही आपके पास नया होता है और नया बोलने वाले ही है। बोलिए।
तो सबसे पहला तो सोच रहे थे नया यहीं से कि सबको एक बार वेलकम करने के लिए कि सारे लोग इतने लोग आए हैं, क्योंकि आज के दिन में कोई किसी को वेलकम कर ही नहीं रहा है, तो कम से कम वर्चुअली वेलकम कर देते हैं। सारे रिस्पेक्टेड टीचर्स हैं, जितने भी लोग हैं, स्टूडेंट हैं। और अब आपको बताते हैं, छोटा छोटा सा मैं पॉइंट बताया था सर, मैं लिख लिया था, तो मैं देख के ही बताता हूँ।
Sir, always welcome, sir. Always welcome, no problem.
तो मैं एक लिखा था कि जो अभी एट दिस जंक्चर नियरली सर अब 1 महीना भी नहीं बचा है एज पर गिवन टाइम, जो दिया हुआ है कि जुलाई लास्ट वीक में होना है, तो 1 महीना भी नहीं बचा है। तो इसमें इन लोगों के लिए टाइम एंड डिस्टेंस का अब प्रॉब्लम हो चुका है कि इन लोगों को इतना डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल करना है, वो उनको डिसाइड करना है। इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द मार्क्स दे आर लुकिंग फॉर। जितना उनको टॉपिक या चैप्टर कवर करना है वो उनके लिए डिस्टेंस है, टाइम फिक्स्ड है। तो एक तो इनको अपना देखना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि इमोशंस में काफी लोग हम लोग सोचते हैं कि ये कर लेंगे वो कर लेंगे, बहुत सारा प्लान करते हैं। मैं भी प्लान करता हूँ, कर नहीं पाता हूँ, एंड इट्स अ फैक्ट। मैं भी बहुत सारा प्लान करता हूँ और मैं एग्जीक्यूट नहीं कर पाता हूँ। मैं अपने घर का भी, सब्जेक्ट का भी, ये हो नहीं पाता है। तो शायद स्टूडेंट्स लोगों को इमोशन से काम नहीं चलेगा। सुनने में अच्छा लगता है, लेकिन अच्छा मतलब हमको जो एग्जीक्यूट करेंगे वही मैटर करेगा। तो एक अपना डिसाइड कर लें पूरा कि क्या क्या मेरे को फिजिक्स में, केमिस्ट्री में, बॉटनी में, जूलॉजी में क्या क्या टॉपिक है, क्या क्या मेरे को करना है, और उसमें कितना टाइम लगेगा, मेरे पास कितना टाइम है, और उससे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट क्या मैं कर सकता हूं और क्या मैं नहीं कर सकता हूं। क्योंकि अब अपने आप को चैलेंज करने का और कुछ नया करने के लिए समय नहीं बचा है। अरे कुछ बहुत नया नहीं सीख सकते हैं। तो मेरे को लगता है कि इनको डिसाइड करना पड़ेगा कि क्या क्या मैं कर सकता हूं और क्या क्या नहीं। तो एक पहला पॉइंट ये था सर, और मैं ब्रीफ में ही बोलूंगा, मैं टाइम कोशिश करूंगा कि कंटेंट मेरा कम ही है तो हिसाब से ही। दूसरा पॉइंट मैंने कि जब ये कर लेंगे तो इनको जो भी अपना रूटीन प्लान करेंगे, सो दे हैव टू फॉलो अ स्ट्रिक्ट रूटीन। जनरली हम लोग रूटीन स्टार्ट करते हैं, सब बनाने के लिए तो सब लोग बनाते हैं, खास करके जो बच्चे अच्छे नहीं होते हैं मेरे जैसे, वो तो सबसे अच्छा रूटीन बनाते हैं, लेकिन उसको फॉलो नहीं करते हैं। कुछ लोग होते हैं जो थोड़ा मेरे से अच्छे, वो थोड़ा फॉलो करना स्टार्ट करते हैं, जो फॉलो करते हैं फिर उसको कंटिन्यू नहीं कर पाते। तो मेरे को लगता है कि फिर उनको कंटिन्यू भी करना पड़ेगा। तो जो कंटिन्यू करेंगे तो जो टारगेट वो बनाएंगे शायद वो अचीव कर पाएंगे। जो लोग कंटिन्यू उसको लंबे समय तक नहीं करेंगे, लास्ट मोमेंट तक नहीं कर पाएंगे, वो अपने टारगेट को अचीव नहीं कर पाएंगे, चाहे वो कोई भी हो। तो एक ध्यान रखना है कि एक रूटीन उनको बनाना पड़ेगा, उस रूटीन को डेली ही फॉलो करना पड़ेगा, और डेली चेक करना पड़ेगा रात में सोने से पहले कि क्या मैं प्लान किया था, क्या मेरा एक्सपेक्टेशन था, लास्ट में क्या मेरा अचीवमेंट आया, क्या रिजल्ट आया, ये देखना पड़ेगा। और उनको खुद से ही थोड़ा मॉड्यूलेट करना पड़ेगा कि इसमें मैं क्या चेंज कर सकता हूँ। रेगुलर बेसिस पे सर, डेली का, अदरवाइज वो नहीं कर पाएंगे। अदरवाइज बच्चा शुरू में सोचता है कि डेली मैं 200 क्वेश्चन कर लूंगा, फिर सोचता है 150 कर लूंगा, पहले 2 दिन 4 दिन कर भी लेता है, बाद में नहीं कर पाता है। कल मैं एक बैच में बता रहा था, आर्यन के बैच में, बोला बच्चा सर कितना क्वेश्चन करे, मैं बोला केवल 25। बच्चा मेरे को तो ऐसे ही देखता है, मैं तो ऐसे ही कम कंटेंट देता हूँ, तो बच्चा देखता है अच्छा केवल 25, बाकी लोग तो बहुत ज्यादा बोले। मैं बोला 25 पूरा साल भर तो कर लीजिए, यदि पूरा साल भर कर लेंगे तो आपको पता नहीं है कितना क्वेश्चन आप कर लेंगे। आप बॉटनी में मिनिमम 8000 क्वेश्चन कर लेंगे आप, जो कि आप पिछले 2 साल में नहीं किए होंगे। और मेरे को पता रहता है कि मोस्टली बच्चे नहीं कर पाते हैं, क्योंकि वो सोचते हैं कि 50 कर ले, 100 कर ले एक दिन से तो होना नहीं, मैं तो डेली कहा हूँ विथ नो एक्सेप्शन। तो एक उनको इस पे ध्यान देना पड़ेगा सर कि जो रूटीन बनाया है उसको स्ट्रिक्टली फॉलो करना है, वो खुद ही अपने मास्टर है। थर्ड पॉइंट जो है सर कि हम लोग स्टूडेंट लोग कभी कभी क्या करते हैं, कुछ करने के चक्कर में, चाहे वो फिजिक्स हो, केमिस्ट्री हो, बॉटनी हो, जियोलॉजी, थोड़ा सा हम लोग प्रेशर लेते हैं, लेना भी चाहिए, उसमें स्लीप आवर का ध्यान नहीं रखते हैं। मैं हर पीटीएम में बोलता हूँ इसको कि स्लीप आवर का बहुत ध्यान रखना है। यदि आप स्लीप आवर का ध्यान नहीं रखेंगे तो आपका ऑप्टिमम आउटपुट नहीं आ पाएगा, मतलब स्ट्रेस थोड़ा सा पाइल अप हो जाएगा। तो स्ट्रेस पाइल अप हो जाएगा तो आप बहुत अच्छा नहीं करेंगे, बहुत जल्दी फ्रस्ट्रेटेड हो जाएंगे, फ्रस्ट्रेटेड हो जाएंगे तो आपका आउटपुट नहीं आएगा। तो मेरे को लगता है कि थोड़ा लोगों को स्लीप आवर, एक स्टैंडर्ड स्लीप आवर जो भी है, मैं कुछ सजेस्ट नहीं करूंगा, लेकिन मेरे को लगता है कि 6.5 आवर होना चाहिए, एकदम साउंड स्लीप। तो उसको भी लोगों को ध्यान देना पड़ेगा, जो कि मैं जानता हूं कि लोग इस पे सुन नहीं रहे होंगे स्लीप आवर पे, क्योंकि स्लीप पे कोई नहीं सुनता है, क्योंकि तो पढ़ाई की बात हो रही है, तो इसमें स्लीप पे कोई ध्यान नहीं देता है। तो स्लीप आवर का बिल्कुल ध्यान देना है। स्लीप के बाद नेक्स्ट जो होता है सर, उसमें एक्सरसाइज, सुबह उठ के थोड़ा एक्सरसाइज थोड़ा सा, चाहे वो 5 मिनट करे, 10 मिनट करे, ये सब पार्ट नहीं लग रहा होगा कि तो एजुकेशन चल रहा है, कैसे मार्क्स बढ़ाए, यहाँ एक्सरसाइज बता रहे हैं। थोड़ा हेल्थ की बात मैं नहीं कर रहा हूँ। फ्लाइट को जब टेक ऑफ करना रहता है तो देखते होंगे रनवे पे काफी दौड़ आता है पहले, और यदि तभी जाके वो मोमेंटम जनरेट करता है, अदरवाइज मोमेंटम जनरेट नहीं होता है। ऐसा नहीं कि सुबह उठे, बहुत बच्चा क्या करते हैं, मैं देखता हूँ सुबह उठे किताब लेके, उनका तो नींद ही नहीं खुला है। बहुत सारा मेरा सुबह वाला क्लास में 9 o'clock वाला क्लास में मेरे को ऐसे बोलता है, सर गुड मॉर्निंग सर। मैं बोला बच्चा पहले जग तो जाइए, उसके बाद पढ़िएगा, पढ़िएगा तो बाद में, पहले तो अब जग जाइए, पहले तो अब जगह ही नहीं है। तो मेरे को लगता है कि उनको मोमेंटम जनरेट करने के लिए थोड़ा मोड़ा वॉक कर ले, जो मर्जी, वो कुछ मैं क्या करेंगे मैं नहीं कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन कुछ ना कुछ करना पड़ेगा उनको एक्टिव होने के लिए। पूरा बॉडी का सारा, तभी जाके प्रॉपर वो सारा मेटाबॉलिज्म जो है, जो बीएमआर है, प्रॉपर ऑप्टिमम लेवल पे आता है। तो उनको पढ़ने बैठने से पहले फुल्ली एक्टिव होना पड़ेगा। तो एक ये है। इसके बाद है कि एक थोड़ा सा एक और भी काम करता है, यदि एक्सरसाइज वगैरह करेंगे, थोड़ा स्ट्रेस बस्टर का भी काम करता है। यदि एक्सरसाइज करते हैं, थोड़ा मोड़ा स्ट्रेस वगैरह पाइल अप भी हो गया है, उसको भी हटाने का काम करता है। नेक्स्ट मैं लिखा था इसमें 5th में स्टडी का, अब आता है स्टडी, क्योंकि अब आप एक्टिव हो गए हैं, तब हम लोग पढ़ने की बात करेंगे। तो स्टडी में देखेंगे कि मिक्स स्टडी करेंगे, जो सारे सर मैम लोग बोल चुके हैं, आप भी बोले हैं, सलाह दी है, सारे स्टूडेंट लोग बोल चुके हैं, मिक्स स्टडी। मिक्स स्टडी चाहे जो उनको पसंद हो, फिजिक्स पढ़ें, केमिस्ट्री पढ़ें, बॉटनी पढ़ें, जियोलॉजी पढ़ें, कुछ ना कुछ हर, और बहुत लंबा नहीं बनाए, 2 से 2.5, जिनका बहुत ज्यादा कैपेबिलिटी है तो 3 घंटा, 3 घंटे से ज्यादा का स्ट्रेच नहीं बनाए। मैं तो कभी भी 2 घंटा ज्यादा बैठता नहीं हूँ, तो बच्चे को भी मैं यही सलाह दे पाता हूँ, क्योंकि जो मैं करता हूँ वो सलाह देता हूँ, जो नहीं करता हूँ नहीं देता हूँ। तो 2 से 2.5 घंटे का अपना स्ट्रेच बना सकते हैं। बहुत ज्यादा उनको कैपेबिलिटी है तो 3 घंटे का, जिसमें कि एक स्लॉट में वो फिजिक्स पढ़ लें, बाद में उनको जो भी मन हो, बॉटनी पढ़ें, जियोलॉजी पढ़ें, केमिस्ट्री, मतलब हमेशा चेंज करना है। चेंज करने से उनका टेस्ट बना रहेगा, और साथ साथ उनकी प्रोडक्टिविटी, आउटपुट ज्यादा आएगा। एक और है, इस मिक्स स्टडी का ही नेक्स्ट पार्ट है कि इस मिक्स स्टडी में लोग थ्योरी को करते हैं और थोड़ा सा एमसीक्यू को, इसका भी एक मिक्स रखना पड़ेगा उनको। जैसे बच्चे थ्योरी पढ़ रहे हैं तो सोचते हैं कि आज ये चैप्टर पूरा फिनिश ही कर लेना है, तो उस फिनिश करने के चक्कर में चैप्टर तो हो जाता है, बहुत बार क्या होता है, समटाइम्स वी लूज द इंटरेस्ट, तो लॉन्ग रन के लिए बहुत बेनिफिशियल नहीं है वो। तो एक है कि इंटरेस्ट को मेंटेन करने के लिए उनको एमसीक्यू और थ्योरी में या न्यूमेरिकल जो भी बनाते हैं, उसमें बीच में एक बैलेंस कहीं ना कहीं बनाना पड़ेगा। इसके बाद देखेंगे तो एक आज के दिन में लोग इतने सीरियस हो गए, चाहते हैं कि पूरा का पूरा टाइम पढ़ ही लें। तो सारा टाइम पढ़ना भी नहीं है, बीच में जैसे 10 मिनट, 15 मिनट, 20 मिनट, जितना भी टाइम मिलता है घर में, जहां कहीं भी है वो रहते हैं, तो थोड़ा सा पेरेंट्स हैं, गार्जियंस हैं, मम्मी पापा, दादा दादी, भाई बहन, जो भी कोई है, फ्रेंड्स, थोड़ा सा बात कर लें। वैसा काम करें जो कि पढ़ाई से हटके, पढ़ाई से जिसका कोई लेना देना नहीं, मतलब उस समय पढ़ाई के लिए समझ सकते हैं कि म्यूट हो गए, अभी मैं पढ़ने वाले स्टेज में नहीं हूँ, और तब फिर उस समय बिल्कुल पढ़ाई का बात ही नहीं करें। यदि किसी अपने दोस्त को भी कॉल करें, कुछ बात कर ले, उससे भी पढ़ाई का बात नहीं करना है, और उस समय एकदम पढ़ाई से कट ऑफ रहे। और फिर पढ़ने के लिए बैठे। इसके बाद मैं लिखा था कि एक है, जनरली हम लोग पढ़ते हैं या टेस्ट देते हैं तो मोस्टली हम लोगों को आदत है कि जो हम अचीव करते हैं उस पर कम फोकस करते हैं, जो नहीं करते हैं उस पर ज्यादा फोकस करते हैं। जैसे किसी बच्चे का 89.5% मार्क्स आया, वो इसको लेकर ज्यादा दुखी रहता है कि मेरा 90 नहीं आया। वो बच्चा इसको लेकर ज्यादा दुखी रहता है कि मेरा 90% नहीं आया, वो ये नहीं सोचता है कभी कि मेरा 89.5% आया। तो मेरे को लग रहा है कि शायद थोड़ा सा पॉजिटिव वाले पे ज्यादा फोकस करना है कि कैसे मैं इतना मेहनत करके 89.5 लाया, सो इट्स अ वेरी बिग अचीवमेंट, न कि इसको याद करके दुखी रहे कि मेरा तो 90 आया ही नहीं। तो ये बच्चे लोगों को, जैसे एमके सर भी बोले, एमआर सर, सब लोग बोले कि यूबी सर बोले, मैम भी बोली, तो अध्यासा मैम भी बोली, तो सब लोग की ये सब धीरे धीरे पाइल अप होते जाता है कि मेरे से फिजिक्स का इतना नहीं हुआ, तो केमिस्ट्री का इतना नहीं हुआ, तो बॉटनी से नहीं हुआ, जूलॉजी से नहीं हुआ, मेरे से इतना गलत हो गया। गलती होना तो इट्स अ क्वाइट नेचुरल, गलती नहीं होना ये अननेचुरल है। गलती होना इट्स अ क्वाइट नेचुरल, गलती नहीं होना अननेचुरल है। तो उसी तरह से बच्चे लोगों के लिए है कि यदि बच्चे में स्ट्रेस आता है, इसका मतलब है काम कर रहा है, दैट्स अ नेचुरल। स्ट्रेस नहीं होना अननेचुरल। तो यदि बच्चे लोग कुछ गलत कर रहे हैं तो कोई बात नहीं, बस केवल उसको देखें कि मैं कैसे इसको ठीक कर सकता हूं। तो मेरे को लगता है कि जो वो इम्प्रूव किए हैं जिस फील्ड में, ठीक करने में, टाइम मैनेजमेंट में, जहां जहां किए हैं उसको वो याद करें कि मैं पहले कहां था, अब मैं कहां पे आया है। तो उससे थोड़ा सा उनको सेल्फ मोटिवेशन मिलेगा, और आज के दिन में उनके लिए वही ज्यादा जरूरी है। क्यों? वो हम लोगों से, इंस्टीट्यूट से या लोगों से उतने डायरेक्ट फिजिकल कांटेक्ट में नहीं है, तो उनके लिए सेल्फ मोटिवेशन अभी बहुत काम करेगा। जहां तक अब जो पहला क्वेश्चन पूछे थे, मैं लास्ट में जवाब दे रहा हूं, ये था बायो के लिए, बॉटनी के लिए। तो इसमें तो ज्यादा वो फोकस करें एनसीईआरटी पे, ज्यादा भी कोई नया बुक, कोई एक्सपेरिमेंट नहीं करें। मैं तो किसी को कोई बुक बताता ही नहीं हूँ। एनसीईआरटी करें, स्टडी मैट कर लें। स्टडी मैट के साथ साथ यहाँ इंस्टीट्यूट से इतना सारा मटेरियल मिला है, सारे यहाँ के स्टूडेंट हैं, कि यदि वो अपने बॉडी वेट को उससे कंपेयर करेंगे तो शायद मटेरियल ज्यादा पड़ जाएगा।
सर, एनी इंपॉर्टेंट चैप्टर यू वांट टू हाईलाइट?
चैप्टर में जैसे देखिए 11 से देखेंगे तो थोड़ा प्लांट फिजियोलॉजी करेंगे तो थोड़ा सा ये है, कॉन्सेप्चुअल है। थोड़ा एनाटॉमी करेंगे तो कॉन्सेप्चुअल है, और उसके साथ साथ मॉर्फोलॉजी में तो बीच बीच का कॉन्सेप्ट भी है, लेकिन एग्जांपल काफी याद करना है। और सेल साइकिल है तो कॉन्सेप्चुअल है, वही सेल बेसिक यूनिट है, तो वो तो थ्योरेटिकल पोर्शन है, बीच बीच का है। 12th में देखेंगे तो 3 चैप्टर है, तीनों कॉन्सेप्चुअल है, रिप्रोडक्शन इन फ्लावरिंग प्लांट, और उसके बाद जेनेटिक्स का दोनों चैप्टर, प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस एंड मोलिकुलर बेसिस ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस। बाकी फिर मिक्स्ड है, स्ट्रेटजीज एंड माइक्रोब्स तो मैक्सिमम याद करना है, इकोलॉजी मिक्स्ड है, तो वो जैसा करेंगे चलेगा मेरे साइड से।
यस सर, थैंक यू सो मच, इट वाज रियली बेनिफिशियल। रेस्ट तो लेना चाहिए, जैसे हर्ष सेड दैट आई स्लेप्ट अ नाइट।
हां, नया चीज बोले सर, तो नया चीज बोले।
यस सर, प्लीज सर।
हाँ, he said new things, sir. Thank you so much, Arad sir.
वेलकम सर।
थैंक यू सर। एक्चुअली यही बात है कि आप जितना मेहनत करो, आप अगर बॉडी फिट नहीं रखोगे और सिर्फ पढ़ते रहोगे तो वो इफेक्टिवनेस नहीं आएगा। Like
yes,
you talked about horses, and if you are not fit, like sir said, you are studying whole night and morning you are not even fit. ये नीट के पहले ये गलती मत करना। Somebody is asking on syllabus, I don't know why, communication को लेके मुझे एक बार ये क्वेश्चन कोई ना कोई पूछता है हर टॉक शो में। प्लीज रिमेम्बर, 3 एग्जाम खत्म करके एक नया एग्जाम नहीं बन रहा है, नीट के जगह पे है। एम्स और जिपमर इस साल से नहीं होगा, और सारे कॉलेज नीट से ही लेंगे। तो आज के लास्ट मंथ में, वैसे तो नीट मई में होने वाला था, if you have a doubt on syllabus, I will tell you, please consult your center faculty, your batch faculty, or you should not have these doubts now. कोई इंग्लिश, कोई जीके कुछ नहीं आएगा। नीट का सिलेबस सेम है, अगर स्टैंडर्ड बढ़ा, जैसे सर लोग बोल रहे थे, इवन द एनटीए थिंग, सिलेबस के बाहर से कुछ नहीं आ रहा है, जस्ट थोड़ा डेप्थ का क्वेश्चन आ रहा है, दैट इज कॉमन फॉर एवरीवन। बट अभी ये सब डाउट्स मत रखो, डोंट फील दैट क्योंकि एम्स नहीं हो रहा है तो अभी जीके और इंग्लिश का क्वेश्चन आएगा। एंड आई वांट टू रिपीट दिस, हम लोगों का ये एक फीडबैक है कि जो रिवीजन क्लासेस हो रहा है और जो डाउट क्लियरिंग सेशंस हो रहा है, उसमें अटेंडेंस बहुत कम है। हम स्टार्टिंग में बोल रहे थे कि आप लोग अपने शेल्फ में जा रहे हो, प्लीज कम, दिस क्वेश्चंस कैन बी आंसर्ड देयर। अगर आपको 1-to-1 मेंटरिंग भी चाहिए, वहां पे बहुत हो सकता है, एंड यू कैन कम्युनिकेट विद द फैकल्टी ऑन टेलीग्राम आल्सो। So this is my advice, and few other questions I think we have already answered. BNB sir, you are waiting for a long time. Thank you so much for that. Vishwanath Basak sir, he's smiling. So again, coming to chemistry, I think you can answer, sir. What is the important part in chemistry? The 3 sections, how to address each of them, and which are the important topics, plus the inorganic part, the memory part. And some students ask that organic बहुत difficult है. So, sir, your advice for chemistry. DND, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, students, for your participation. First of all, I would like to answer the common question asked by many students. What will be our revision plan for the last week or last month of the NEET exam? तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एक चीज हम लोग को एक्सेप्ट करना है, जो रिगार्डिंग नेगेटिव जो नेस आ रहा है या जो भी प्रेजेंट सिचुएशन है, इसको हम लोग कैसे हैंडल करेंगे. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं एक चीज बोलना चाहूंगा, इफ यू फोकस ऑन योर गोल यू विल ओवरकम ऑल ऑब्स्टेकल्स. ये चीज को हम लोग को ध्यान में रखना होगा. और मिस्टेक जो हम लोग का होता है, मिस्टेक इज अ पार्ट ऑफ लर्निंग. मिस्टेक से हम लोग सीखते हैं. तो ये 2 चीज अगर मतलब हम ऑलवेज याद रखेंगे तो ये बेटर रहेगा. तो कोई नेगेटिवनेस नहीं आ सकता है. तो ये मेरा फर्स्ट पॉइंट है. सेकेंड पॉइंट जो सर ने बोले मेजर चैप्टर्स या इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट क्या है, इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक क्या है. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एनटीए फर्स्ट टाइम ऑर्गेनाइजिंग दिस एग्जाम, सो वी हैव रियली वी डोंट हैव एनी आइडिया कौन सा से क्वेश्चन आ सकता है, कौन सा टॉपिक इंपॉर्टेंट, ये बोलना बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट है. लास्ट ईयर तक हम लोग बोल सकते थे रिगार्डिंग पैटर्न देख के, बट इस साल बोलना थोड़ा मुश्किल है. बट हम लोग यही बोल सकते हैं फिजिकल केमिस्ट्री का पोर्शन 11 एंड 12 जो पोर्शन है ये इंपॉर्टेंट है. और एक पॉइंट हम बोलेंगे, डोंट गो फॉर सजेशन. सजेशन कुछ नहीं होता है एक्चुअली, कॉम्प्लेक्स में कोई सजेशन नहीं होता है. हर एक चैप्टर इंपॉर्टेंट है, हर एक चैप्टर को कवर करना होगा, चाहे हो कॉन्सेप्चुअल मतलब चैप्टर हो, चाहे हो जो भी थ्योरी बेस्ड चैप्टर हो, सबको कवर करना होगा, बिकॉज इंडिया फर्स्ट टाइम ये ऑर्गेनाइज कर रहा है. अब रिगार्डिंग द रिवीजन प्लान में हम लोग बोलेंगे एक्चुअली रिवीजन प्लान एक्चुअली क्या होता है. तो नॉर्मल हम लोग का जो क्लास सेशन जो था, क्लास में हम लोग ऑलवेज हम लोग फोकस करते थे स्टार्टिंग एंड प्रैक्टिस. तो अभी जो टाइम है ना, इसमें रिवीजन सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर है. अब रिवीजन कैसे हम लोग को करना होगा. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम लोग मेनली वी विल फोकस ऑन एनसीईआरटी बुक एंड क्लास नोट्स. अगर क्लास नोट्स एंड एनसीईआरटी बुक अच्छे से पढ़ लेंगे तो वहां से इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक को हम लोग एक कॉपी में लिख सकते हैं और एक चैप्टर बेसिस में. तो ये चैप्टर बेसिस में जो इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स लेंगे जहां से क्वेश्चन नॉर्मली फॉर्म होता है, एटलीस्ट ये इतने दिन में आइडिया हो गया इतने एग्जाम के देने के बाद कौन सा पोर्शन से क्वेश्चन आता है. तो इसको अगर हम लोग एक जगह में नोट डाउन करेंगे, लेट्स से इनऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री में जो पर्टिकुलर ऑर्डर होता है लाइक सॉल्युबिलिटी ऑर्डर, लैटिस एनर्जी ऑर्डर, इसको हम लोग एक जगह में नोट डाउन करेंगे और इसको हम लोग डे टू डे रिवाइज करेंगे. और एटलीस्ट हम लोग को 2 डेज गैप पे रिवीजन करना होगा ये पॉइंट्स को. तो इट विल हेल्प. और एक पॉइंट है, हम लोग जो एग्जाम देते हैं लाइक अभी जो चल रहा है रैंक बूस्टर सीरीज, तो ईच एंड एवरी एग्जाम के बाद हम लोग को एनालाइज करना होगा व्हाट आर आवर मिस्टेक्स क्या हो रहा है. ये क्या मेरा कॉन्सेप्चुअल मिस्टेक्स है या हम लोग ऑप्शन में कुछ गलती कर रहे हैं. और एक पॉइंट जो है, अभी जो टाइम चल रहा है इस टाइम पे कोई नया टॉपिक जो हम लोग को पता ही नहीं है, फर्स्ट टाइम हम इस टॉपिक का नाम सुन रहे हैं, तो ये लर्न करने का कोई जरूरत नहीं है. जो भी डिस्कशन हुआ है क्लास में इसी को हम लोग को रिवाइज करना होगा. दैट्स ऑल.
Thank you so much, sir. I will quickly, it is almost 8:40, so I'll quickly take a small summary before we go to the final roundup. So first of all, what I understood for most of the students from the toppers and faculty, write exams daily and write exams in the 3-hour format, maybe 1 in a day minimum or 2 in a day. Akash is organizing rank booster test series. Apart from that, a lot of other question banks are already with you. You can also write the exams previously written now, where you got marks, but you can improve on your marks. So 1 or 2 tests daily you write in 3-hour format, write with the OMR, manage your time, freeze your sequence. Biology first, chemistry second, physics last is the common formula. Try to finish biology 30-40 minutes and then chemistry and then physics. OMR you can either solve sectionally or in the end, but whatever you do, don't experiment on the NEET day. Whatever model you make, you must have frozen by now. Don't change that track. That was the very important part. Attend all your revision classes. Many academic doubts came today. Many Telegram-related doubts came today. Please contact your center. And I actually give you the feedback. We are discussing this over the weeks. Attendance is very low. And it is not that you are not working hard, but many of you have got into a shell. That should not be the case. You should come to the revision class and share what is your expectation, what you want. And it is entirely for you, because these 2.5 months is an advantage. It is actually, you are getting more time, so you can actually do it your way. And these revision classes and Telegram groups are made only for you. It is not a burden or demotivation. Somebody is asking, क्या NEET फिर से postpone होगा? We don't know. It's up to the government. होने का chances बहुत कम है. But don't think of all that. जो भी होगा, सारे students के लिए होगा. Another point was that whatever tests you write, analyze, go through the answers, find out what are the mistakes. Don't get demotivated कि मैं तो 600 पे अटका हुआ या 550 पे अटका हुआ हूँ. Go through the questions you missed. Go back and check whether there is a conceptual gap, and go back to your faculty and keep on even mentoring, even if you don't have any problem. Don't get sentimental, as faculty said. Don't get stuck on one problem. These are basic things, but we have to reinforce. जैसे आर सर बोल रहे थे कि सब लोग सब कुछ बोल चुके हैं, but sir said a lot of new points. But point is that बार बार हम बोलते हैं, फिर भी वही गलतियां करते हैं. What we know more, we start doing the mistakes. So please do that. Another point is that ये जो NTA वाला क्वेश्चन है कि एम्स और जिपमर मर्ज हो रहा है, और इसको लेके चिंता मत कीजिए. अपना जो प्रिपरेशन 2 साल का है, एंड मोमेंट पे आके इसको बदलेंगे तो आपको नुकसान होगा. मैं तो एडवाइस करूंगा, जो मैंने बहुत लोगों से सुन चुका हूँ, कि हर दिन जो पेपर NTA अभ्यास का आ रहा है उसको डाउनलोड करके आप रख लीजिए. फिर रात में एक बार या 2 दिन में एक बार ग्लांस कीजिए. कुछ क्वेश्चन कॉमन आएगा, अगर टाइम है तो कर लीजिए, पर ओवरऑल अपना प्रिपरेशन को फोकस शिफ्ट मत कीजिए. एक चीज मान के चलिए, अगर पेपर एक्चुअली बहुत टफ हुआ और 10-20 क्वेश्चन बाहर से आ गया तो कट ऑफ नीचे आ जाएगा. डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट. फोकस ऑन व्हाट योर फैकल्टी टोल्ड यू ओवर द 2 years. हर सब्जेक्ट के फैकल्टी ने डिटेल में आप लोगों को बोला, टॉपर्स भी बोले. So that should be the right point. So I will now come to the last question for the toppers. To round off, it's almost 8:45. We have to finish by 9. It's already late. ये क्वेश्चन पहले भी आया था और ये मुझे पूछना ही था लास्ट में. और आप लोग थोड़ा टाइम लेके आंसर कीजिए, और आप तीनों से मैं दोबारा नहीं पूछ पाऊंगा, तो 2 क्वेश्चन एक साथ मर्ज कर देता हूँ. नीट के 1 दिन पहले या 2 दिन पहले, हाउ वाज योर माइंड सिचुएशन? व्हाट डिड यू डू? व्हाट वाज योर रूटीन? Did you study as much hours, 10-15 hours, or did you sleep more? Any special tips how to keep yourself fit and motivated? So this is my question to all of you. And how did you ensure that you gave your best shot in NEET? And also your final words of motivation, inspiration for your juniors. एक बड़ा क्वेश्चन है, बट थोड़ा टाइम सेव करने के लिए मैं थोड़ा रिपीट कर देता हूँ. पहले तो आप लास्ट 1-2 दिन में क्या किया? क्या ज्यादा पढ़े? क्या उस समय भी एग्जाम लिखे, या ज्यादा सोए, रेस्ट लिए? कोई स्पेशल टिप्स है कि नीट के दिन आप अपना बेस्ट शॉट दिए? और आपका फाइनल वर्ड्स ऑफ इंस्पिरेशन. सी यू ऑल आर रोल मॉडल्स टू योर जूनियर्स, सो दैट्स देयर इज नो डिनाइंग द फैक्ट. तो ये मेरा क्वेश्चन है, स्टार्टिंग विद Diprosham कमिंग टू यू.
Yes, sir. So regarding the last day before NEET, so by that time I had figured out कि मुझे आज बस ये सब देख लेना है एक बार, because these are extremely factual and I just want them to stay in my mind for the exam. So there were very little things like inorganic, some things, maybe bio, some things, maybe physics, some things. So these things you will have prepared by the time you reach the last day. So just go through just those facts. That's it, nothing more. I just tried to keep my mind light so that it would be cool, and so I did nothing else. I just did those things. I just saw those things which I thought I could easily forget. And on the day of the NEET, I made sure I had a good breakfast. I made sure I had a good lunch. And I was extremely careful to check all my documents, and I made sure I reached the exam center on time. So these are just general precautions that everybody should take. And that's the thing, you just should try to keep as cool as possible, because you have done everything that you could do up till that point of time, and there is nothing really more you can do preparation wise. So there is absolutely no need to occupy space in your mind by thinking about all that. So the only thing you should be focusing on is to stay in the moment and to be able to deliver during the exam. So these are the things that should be in your mind during the last few days. And regarding an overall picture, I would really like to say that when I was preparing for NEET, especially during the last month, a few of my friends had talked to me, and they had started, like, they had got frustrated, and they had started blaming the exam itself. Okay, so they were so frustrated that they were blaming NEET only. Ki this is not the way to select for medical and whatever. So I just want to say to everybody today that please don't get frustrated. And once you come out of this experience, you will find that this experience has actually built you. It is a life changing experience. It is going to happen to you only once, this particular exam, probably. And just make sure you make the most out of it. Don't get frustrated. If you manage to make through this time, you will learn a lot and you will come out a different person at the other end. So please take care that you give everything, and be healthy and concentrate. Thank you.
Thank you, Diprosham. Now I come to Harsh. Harsh, kindly answer the same thing.
The last day before NEET, last 2 days before NEET, I didn't give any exam. I just was light revision, extreme light revision. As Diprosham said, a few things which I think are factual and I may forget, and I revised those things lightly, and I was just keeping calm. Like, I was not wasting the energy. I was just saving the energy, having a proper amount of sleep and good food. And on the last day before NEET, I just opened up the last few chapters of chemistry, that is those polymers and all, a few questions, and just a light revision over there. You may go for inorganic, like just study a few things. You keep yourself busy in the last moment when you are traveling, so that you don't get that nervousness to get under your skin, that what will happen. These things don't come to your mind. Just keep yourself busy in the journey where you are going to the NEET exam center. And when you are and 1 month before NEET, as I said, that just keep calm, keep revising. And this thing is just like, the last month is like just revising all the things what you have gone through, and it's not about stress. As Yubi sir said, even I was under a lot of stress at one point of time, like what would happen, this, that. But the way he guided me, the way he calmed me down, and he said, what we need to do is, what we have in hand is just that we can do something. We can do only revise. Result is just not in our hand. So just keep studying, and that's it for the last month and day before. Just keep calm and keep studying.
Thank you. So that's the last point. Harsh is very good. Like, result is not in our hand. चिंता मत करो. फल की आशा करो, लेकिन फल का चिंता मत करो. काम किए जाओ. Mahabharata tells that, na? Karmanna badhikya ma phaleshu kadacharam. Doesn't mean that you don't expect results, but don't always think of results. Like a cricket match, play ball by ball, as Yubi sir said, chapter by chapter, day by day. Don't get macro on that. Anustup, same question to you. Your last day plan and the motivation tips. Anustup, you're online? Yes.
Yes, sir. About the last day alone cannot be addressed in itself. Before that, let's talk of the last winter month, that is 4 weeks. Okay. So in these 4 weeks, you have to phase out your division in such a way that for the last week, only the topics which you have a complete, you have more or less a grasp upon, only those are left for revising, or maybe you have completed the division in whole. That is for the topics, like there can be no important topics and not important topics. Okay, like all topics are important in an exam like NEET, competition, and to get every question right on the competition, stay in the play. So there can be only low yield topics and high yield topics, like topics which have more questions from them, and topics which have a relatively low number of questions from that. Relative distribution is present in the previous papers, that you can find it for yourself. So like for the last week, leave only those topics which are a bit low yield, which are generally also easy chapters. Okay, low yield chapters are generally easy chapters as well. So those chapters, and also those which you have a little bit of grasp upon, If you cannot complete this revision before last week, that is only that exceptional case. It is highly recommended that you complete your revision before the last week, and for the last week you keep only those topics like which need to be at the top of your memory, like in the plant kingdom section, morphology section, those chapters where you have to remember lots. Okay, and as for the last 2 days, well, even the exam day itself and the last 2 days, don't treat it like some other day. It's just another normal day in your life. You have given hundreds of tests at Akash over the last 2 years or more. And this NEET exam, it is not going to be any different. Okay, at least you don't have to treat it as any different. Some situations will be different. Okay, there will be a different exam center, a different invigilator whom you haven't seen yet, whom you have never seen actually. You don't know how he would behave or whether he would be cooperative or not. But stay optimistic about that. Don't think a lot on those things which you don't have a control about. Okay, so that will only result in more tension. What I suggest is like don't treat it as another day. Keep yourself normal. Follow the normal routine that you generally do on any given day, and the test at the exam center which is allotted for you for this NEET, it is just like any other test at Akash. Okay, you have already practiced, rehearsed for this day numerous times, and well, at present this is the sole goal of your life, and you cannot make it go wrong. So just don't think a lot about it. But I do not like ignore the possibility that it is possible stated all the time, because you have at least put a level of preparation. But trust me on one thing, like this is an exam which is how competitive exams work. Competitive exams work on relative performance. Like it is not a board exam where you have to score 100 on 100. There is no pressure on you to do every topic, every question correctly. You have to just do your best. Okay, and so if you are giving your best, and then there is the maximum chance that you can outperform this, and you can grab the best percentile, and that is what this is all about. Okay, so giving your best all, not that you have to be the best. All right, so just exam as just another day. After the exam is over, well, the entire life is ahead of you, and well, I am just a beginner to the medical stream, but it is a very exciting match, and it will have a lot to other than studies. So there's a lot to look forward to. So if that one day, that is the NEET for which you have been rehearsing for your entire life. So if that one day goes right, then a platform of opportunities open up in front of you. And not only academics, you can do whatever your hobby is, you can follow your passions, and when you enter medical stream, and you actually well, I have not been into any clinical post or anything like that because I'm on first year, but I've heard from my seniors, like when you do your first childbirth in the labor ward, or when you do your first clinical post and take history from patients, and I actually even myself went to emergency ward after them one night with my intern friend, and I saw how things work out, and it's really an interesting branch. You really are signing up for one of the most noblest careers in the world, and you can afford to make it go wrong now. Okay, and that's it. But so it's important that you do not stress yourself out. Okay, stay positive, stay calm. It is just another test data. Okay, it's just another.
Thank you so much, Anustub. That was really motivating. And like as I think Brian Lara once said that when I play a top match also, I think it's just another day at office. Be normal, be calm. Think straight, think positive. Don't take too much pressure, but motivate yourself. Take a lot of rest. There was a question on food habits. MK sir has already answered that. I learned something from students in previous talk shows that chocolate is a very good morale booster and it soothes your nerves. I don't know whether it works with everyone, but some students said even on the day of NEET, they had a chocolate before going to the exam, and that was a very good. I don't know that it works like that, but I can share that with you. But yes, have healthy food, be fit physically, and have a lot of rest and sleep. So nothing special to do on the last few days. 4 or 5 minutes more. So quickly, I'll come to the faculties. One last before that, many students are asking that they were not aware of the revision class and doubt clearing class. Please contact your center. There's a schedule. We will also put a word with your centers, both South and Basdoni, so you can come. RM revision classes are happening for CF batch because board exams were pending. So we had the Telegram groups are also there. So you can post your doubts. So peer learning happens. If you are not aware, please find. And there are some questions on botany and other subjective. Please again contact your faculties. They're always available. If you don't have their numbers, contact the center. So quickly, I will request the faculties to share one line of motivation before we close the session. It's been a long day. Starting with MR sir. Sir, last word of advice from you.
Last word, as I'm watching from the chat, there's so much demotivations. So I'm just online, keep walking. Probably you'll find your goal. That's all, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. MK sir. Manoj sir, one word of advice from you.
Sir, in order to get my, I only need one single seat of mine only. मुझे बस मेरी सीट चाहिए और दूसरे क्या कर रहे हैं नहीं कर रहे हैं किसका क्या स्कोर है उससे मुझे मतलब नहीं है मुझे बस मेरी सीट चाहिए
Absolutely.
उससे ज्यादा कुछ भी नहीं
You are your own competitor. बाकी 16 भूल जाइए आपको अपना सीट से मतलब है अपने लेवल से आगे जाइए UB sir kindly your word of advice.
I would like to say that in these last days whatever you do not waste any time and just think one thing that after the NEET results will come out you should not regret that कि उस वक्त अगर मैंने ये किया होता तो आज अच्छा रहता so do not do anything so that you regret later on. Okay, it should be in case like खुदा ना खास्ता anything bad happens also it should be like हाँ मेरे से जो हो सकता था मैंने कर लिया. Okay, इससे ज्यादा नहीं हो सकता है. So it should be like that. It should not be कि हाँ if I would have done this thing. There should not be any repent. There should not be any such thing. Okay, so give it your best shot. Make every single moment count during these days. Okay, best of luck to all of you.
Thank you, sir. Rajiv Ranjan, sir, kindly.
Sir, stay healthy.
Stay
and stay positive all along the journey.
Absolutely.
And whatever destined to you, that will you get.
Right.
So nothing to worry. Nothing to worry. जो आपने बताया कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्तु महाफलेषु कदाचन तो वो लॉ ऑफ कर्मा पे बिलीव करना चाहिए अपना बस ड्यूटी करना चाहिए बाकी कुछ नहीं सर.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Adhyasa ma'am.
I would say कि just work hard. As everyone said, don't waste time. अपने लिए सिर्फ एक ही सीट चाहिए बस उसी के लिए मेहनत करना है. Right. So don't watch the clock. Just do what it does. Keep running.
कितना घंटा पढ़ना चाहिए वो भूल जाइए कितना घंटा खेलना चाहिए हम कभी नहीं सोचते
बिल्कुल just do what the clock does keep running
absolutely keep running like a clock. BNB sir you are muted. BNB sir kindly unmute yourself 1 second. Yes sir.
I would like to say be positive, be confident and be focused. Give your 100% in every aspect.
Thank you everyone, faculties and toppers. It was a lively session. Thank you for your time. Faculties had a really long day and again have a long day tomorrow. Toppers, I know they have exams. It's really priceless time for them, but still they made time and gave very detailed advice. Lastly, think of your dream college. Have a picture in your mind. Think of your idol of life, maybe a doctor or your parents. Keep inspired, do well. It's 9 p.m. So wish you all a very good night. And thank you everyone, respected faculties and toppers and all the students. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, students. Thank you all. Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Good night. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
to all of you and students also.
Thank you. I'm closing the session with your permission. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Thank you, sir.
Good night, sir.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.
Good night.